What a fantastic stream to have my sub anniversary on. When I next have a day off on Tuesday, I will have that rematch. Good luck today, I will be taking careful notes. Damn owl. You lay eggs with a tass? Howdy Fred, I've been playing Echoes of the Eye and wanted to extend secondary thank you for getting me to play Outer Wilds. It's been an incredible experience, Bear. "29. I am glad Fredrik is still streaming.
Slushy,
Hi, wow, hello.
I have just one thing to say to you.
What is it?
Are you kidding? What the bleep are you talking about, man? You are a biggest loser I ever seen in my life. You
Uh,
was doing PP in your Pampers when I was beating players much more stronger than you. You are not professional because professionals knew how to lose and congratulate opponents. You are like a girl crying after I beat you. Be brave, be honest to yourself, and stop this trush talkings.
How do you know that I trash talk? How did you find out?
No need to listen for every crying babe. Tigran Petrosian is always play fair.
Thank you. I needed that. Good morning.
Good morning. I figure that Tigran Petrosian yelling online at Wesley So would be a really good way to start today's chess.
Yes, absolutely. I'm very excited to show you the ways.
Excellent. Will you teach me how to no longer pee in my Pampers?
Oh my god. How old are you again?
Fred too loud. As always. There. Comparatively, I'm adjusting levels just a little bit. There we go. That should do. Slushy.
I.
Slushy, it has been too long.
It has been too long. I miss you so much. You
Mm.
handsome owl.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm so excited.
Oh
This is
yeah.
gonna be absolutely incredible.
Oh yeah. I've been looking forward to this quite a bit. For those who don't know, Slushy is a good friend I met through Whiskey Dingo, and she is a much better chess player than I am. She has a lot more experience playing chess, and she has agreed to come on and help me learn. Now, to be clear, I am not going to be having her step me through openings. I can do that with an analysis board, but rather, Slushy's going to be helping me with my mid-game positional analysis, because that's what I could really use.
Yeah, chess could be a super difficult game with tons of tactics, strategies, and you can't just see everything. It takes a lot of time to learn. Like how I always see it and say it, if you lose in chess, it's your fault because
Always,
chess
yeah.
is not a game of luck. It's a game of knowledge. It's a game of knowing what to do, how to do it, making a plan, a strategy, and making it work. And seeing what your opponent's strategy is, and know it. There's a lot to it, but we'll get into it today. We'll
Right,
teach you how to
yeah.
not be bad like you are.
Excellent. Great. Perfect. I can't just see everything. Fog of war. Okay. Do you remember what Elon Musk said about chess a long time ago?
Oh my god. Refresh
E-
my memory.
Elon
I think I do
Musk
remember.
complained that chess was too easy, that there weren't, the board was too small, and there wasn't fog of war.
Of course it is Elon Musk who says
I
that.
know, I
Of
know.
course. I'm not even you know what? I'm not even surprised.
It's
So
it
true
has
though.
become infamous. I Okay, hear me out. My argument is that Fog of War, like being someone who has historically enjoyed a lot of, real-time strategy games, Fog of War in a lot of ways simplifies the game because it makes you
It makes
choose
it easier.
strategies. Yeah, it
It makes
simplifies
it
the
easier
game.
for the average player. From like if you're a new player, you've never played chess before. If there was Fog of War, it would be super easy and fun because a lot of people play
Right,
chess before and I just know how to play. So
right.
I get the point. I get the point, I guess.
Yeah, you get to play the same moves at the beginning every time, right? That's what Fog of War does, is it collapses the number of good strategies. And then you end up having to choose the strategies that cover the most contingencies. And so you only have a few that really work. Whereas, like in chess, oh my god, there's so many openings. You could spend your entire life studying them. There are people who do.
I don't get my hands on that, honestly. Everyone has their own repertoire, as I call it. Everyone has their own openings
Yeah.
for white and for black, and you stay within your own little circle of
Mhm.
I know this, and I'm not gonna go out of my comfort zone. I learned this, and I don't want to. There's so much to learn. You can spend years. So just get your
Mm,
find an opening you like, you enjoy, maybe a gambit, and then work
yeah.
from there.
Yeah.
Because eventually you have like you play the same opening like 1,000 times, and you know exactly, oh, I need to do this right
Right.
here.
Right. You learn however many moves deep. I
Hmm.
think the most frustrating thing about playing online is when you play something that isn't in someone else's opening repertoire, it's very easy. Like, frequently they'll just quit,
Oh,
they'll abandon.
now. Hmm. Hmm.
it's
Oh,
it's
I
so
hate it
funny.
when people do that. They make you wait 10 minutes. That you know that they're losing. Like you made them. You won
Right.
the opening. You've maybe gotten up a piece or two, or you maybe got their queen, and then they just sit there for 10 minutes, wasting
Mhm.
your knowing
Yeah,
that I've lost. Just
getting
accept
back at you.
defeat, like learn from it. That's all you can do. It's the same in other video games. You can learn from it, or you can,
I think that chess is a different game for a lot of different people. The
mm,
For some people, chess is the king's pawn opening. Chess is the gioco piano, right? That is
mhm.
chess for them. And anything that isn't that isn't the game that they want to play, right? It's not the game that it's not the game that they know.
Yeah, absolutely. Like chess is just to me, it's a game that I really really enjoy, and it's not because it's just every game is different. There's something
Mm,
new and something exciting in every game. The positions are different. Like I've played over like 10,000 games. Every single one of those games was different. It was fun. It was exciting. There's always something new to learn, something new to do.
right.
Makes it fun. But a lot of people don't see that, and they're like, "Oh, chess
Mm.
pieces, move pawn."
I like the part where I win.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not gonna deny I do like that part.
I like winning too. I like winning too. But I feel like I have played a lot of competitive games in my time. I am a very competitive person. I've done, like, when I was younger, I did sports. And then as I grew older, I moved to, like, strategy games. I played MOBAs for a long time.
Marvelous.
But yeah, I played League for a while, and then I played
I
Dota.
love League. I
Oh
didn't know
my
you played
god.
League. Wow. I'm a
I'm not.
grandmaster.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not to
Okay.
flex.
I actually, for a long time, was a caster for League.
A
A
caster?
competitive caster. Yeah,
Oh my
I always
god.
cast it. So I was a caster before the LCS, like before the LCS started. Um, oh my god, I casted a tournament with Phantom Lord for Against All Authority.
That's so
Um,
cool. Okay, I'm
yeah,
jealous
that was
now.
wild. Um, I think my highlight was I got to cast a game between CLG and TSM when they were in their prime. That
TSM.
was pretty interesting for us for the ESL. I
I love that.
was
I wish that be. I need to see VODs. That's so cool.
oh my god, I got better over time, but I was definitely pretty mid. I casted a lot of Go for lols. Like you remember the Go for lols,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Those old things. I casted a lot of those. Long days, long days.
I wish. I
Anyway,
wish I was a caster. That is so
I
cool.
it's something I've done a lot in my past. I've casted for a lot of games. I casted Gigantic for a while.
Hmm. chess in general like is a whole different world, but there's a lot of
It
strategy.
is.
Just like League, it comes back into chess. Like League has strategy also. Like we're not gonna get into that, but you get the point.
Yeah, I think that League games can definitely be won and lost based on tactical decision making.
100% and game sense and knowing what's happening. So it's the same thing, knowing what's happening on the board. Where is that bishop looking at? You know, what is your
Right.
opponent doing? Keep mobilizing, keep stabilizing. No, like you can't just look at your. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna, I want to move this piece and this piece and do this. You need to know and monitor what your opponent is doing as well. You can't just do what you want to do. You need to be like, what is my opponent's next move gonna be? And how can I prevent that move?
I find that I play at my best when I am choking out my opponent and restricting their movement. I'm at my best when I'm making moves that disallow them from making moves that they want to make. When I win chess, I tend to win chess by making sure my opponent can't play chess.
You're such a bully.
Yeah, a little bit. I can't imagine that I'm
That's a
very
good
much
thing.
I can't imagine that I'm very much fun to play against. I love my, A3 A7, like H3 H7. I love restricting my opponent that way and then just building off of that, encroaching on the board. It's fun.
That's the way to win. Taking that
Yeah.
positional advantage, limiting your opponent, making sure they can't do anything. Just
Mhm.
basically bully them. Win.
Yeah. I like being a bully. I think that especially as I've been getting back into chess, however, I get really dragged into, oh no, my foot's asleep. I was crossing my legs and my foot's asleep. Ah!
I'll give it a massage, just for you.
No, don't touch it right now. It's tingly. Don't touch.
Oh,
No.
I hate it when that
Ugh.
happens. No, no, no.
Oh
Try to
god.
keep it stretched. Like keep it like
Oh
open.
god. Oh
Release. No.
Christ. Oh Christ. Oh. Ow.
The thing is, I always laugh and then I help.
Ah.
So give me a
Ah.
second.
I,
Okay,
no.
now I help. Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh my god.
I'm okay. As I've been getting back into chess, though, I found that I find myself thinking too much about tactics and missing opponents' tactics, and
Yeah, that's the
starting
thing
with
I was
what
talking
the
about earlier. It's
mm,
monitoring what your opponent is doing, because a lot of people in chess, maybe you know your opening, you do your thing, your strategy, your plan, but you gotta know what your opponent's doing. If you're just doing what you're doing, then your opponent is gonna get away with certain moves that are gonna give them an advantage.
right, yeah, and I think that that's one major thing that I need to do. But the thing that I struggle with is not necessarily seeing the tactics, but doing it in a
Mhm.
timely manner and choosing which lines to explore with my limited time.
Well, you've got the right coach, because I'm definitely a blitz. I love 3 minutes. The reason why is because I can just bang out some gambits, play super recklessly, and get away with it because the opponent only has 3 minutes to think.
Right. It's very Michael Tal of you, right? Just I'm gonna play a complicated position, not because
Yep.
I'm completely certain that it's good, but because it's interesting,
Yep, it's super
right?
interesting and a lot of fun. And I usually win by timeout because people don't know. They're
That's
like,
been my struggle. Is what I have done as I've been getting back into chess is I will win the position, but I won't have
Mhm.
time to I won't have the time left over uh to execute it. Like I will like the
Mhm.
graph will, like I go and look at the analysis and it's like, oh yeah, I'm winning the entire game, and then I run out of time. I
Meanwhile, 4 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've won the
Breathes
position
in the
and
mic.
now I can't play. Like I don't get the chance to play it. That's
Yeah.
always
I
that's
mean, your
always my
opponent can give
problem.
time, but they're not gonna do that because
Yeah, they're
they
not
want
gonna
to
do that.
win.
No.
But yeah,
Hmm.
I'll definitely get on with that. I'll make sure that you.
Is there a
There's
chess
an
strat?
easy solution to that. There's a solution to. It's called just simply time management. managing
Yeah.
your time wisely. Because
That's one. Yeah.
sometimes you don't need to overthink. For specifically in the early game and end game, you don't really have to overthink that much. But we'll get
Yeah.
into that when we get into the games. There's a very
Right.
easy solution for that.
I
Absolutely.
remember hearing what is it? I can't remember the quote exactly, but it's something to the effect of play the opening like a book, play the
Hmm.
middle game like an artist, and play the end game like a computer.
I wish.
Yeah,
Sadly, we're humans. We make mistakes. Even
I know, right?
I make mistakes too. Like we're all humans, and we're not
Yeah.
an engine or a computer that does everything pixel perfect. So your opponents are gonna make a lot of mistakes as well. They're not gonna play perfect. Not because a lot of people think, oh, my opponent is playing perfect, or they're doing the exact pixel perfect moves. But that is absolutely not the case. You can tell whether a
No.
move is good or not.
Yeah. I think
I love the bunk cloud.
oh my god, yeah, the Bong Cloud.
Maximum
Like,
disrespect. If I just want to disrespect someone, or if I play, like, for example, I play against Fredrik,
oh,
I
shut
just
up.
I just pull out the
E4,
bone cloud for the max disrespect.
E4, E5, king to E2.
E4, king to E2, or you can do the advanced bone cloud. It's pawn to C3, queen to A4. It's rotating your king and queen. It's
Yeah,
even
yeah,
more
yeah, yeah. I've seen
disrespect.
that. Yeah, you
It's what,
switch
yeah, Magnus
places.
Carlsen done
Yeah.
that. It's so funny. God, I switch places with the queen and the king. It's just,
God,
you waste 6 moves for that.
it's incredible. It's so beautiful.
It really is.
Chess is such a beautiful game that gives you so many opportunities to meme it into oblivion.
Yes, it's
I'm
awesome.
God, what other memes are there? There's the Grob. God, the
I
Grob
mean,
is
the Grob isn't even like the worst. Like, it's bad. It's meme,
what would you
obviously.
consider the worst? The Andreessen?
Oh God, the worst. Like gambit wise, like gambits
Not necessarily Gambit. I
specifically,
mean like move
like
one.
opening.
Yeah,
Oh,
move
move
one
one.
opening. Yeah.
The H4, A4, absolutely the worst. G4 and B4, absolutely the worst as well, because the opponent just plays the E5 and just picks it up, eats it with the bishop,
Right.
and
Yeah,
you're
well that
weakening your king. So
I think
the
that's what the
the
Grob
F
is.
pawn,
The
yeah,
Grob
probably.
I think is specifically G4
Yeah, it's
because
the Grob. It's G4. Yeah,
it's the worst.
the Grob. Oh yeah, the Polish. The Polish.
What's the
I don't
Polish?
play those, obviously. The Polish is B4, so the opposite of the
Oh,
Grob.
okay. Yeah, same thing.
And also, in general, just the F pawn, aka the bird's opening, horrible.
Oh,
Don't
right.
play
The
it. You don't
right.
want to play. You don't want to expose your king
Literally
at the
like
very start of the game.
nightmare opening. It's like
Yes,
how can
nightmare.
I it's the chess equivalent of like sawing your leg off. It's
Absolutely.
incredible. Like
That's
here,
why I
oh,
never recommend the King's Gambit. Never play that ever. It's horrifyingly bad.
it's really rough. Yeah. You just immediately expose your king. I personally, so the openings
Hmm.
that I play that I've studied are the Queen's Gambit and the French.
I know those both. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Those are not the ones that I go for, since I like to take more initiative.
yeah.
Um, especially as white. I want to take the
Mm-hmm.
initiative. We'll go over that later. Specifically, I love the what someone just said, the Stafford Gambit. I know
The
every
Stafford
single.
Gambit.
I've learned that
Oh my god.
top to bottom. I know every single bit of analyzes. I know everything, every single move, every single. I love the
Oh
Stafford.
my
It's just
god.
so devious. It's so there's so much. If your opponent doesn't know what they're doing, it's so much fun. It's just it's really fun. It's really fun. So I really recommend the Stafford. It's just fun. It's just really fun, especially if your opponent doesn't know what they're doing. It's just
Right.
just win in like 4 moves.
I need
Oh
to.
no, my queen! If anyone
Oh
knows
no,
that
my
famous
queen.
line.
Yeah, that's
Oh no, my queen!
who is it that does that? That's
Eric Rosen.
yeah,
Eric
Eric Rosen.
Rosen.
Yeah. Oh
I
no, my
love him,
queen.
dude. Takes the queen. Oh, loses the game. Enemy.
Ah, my queen.
Oh no.
Whoops.
We're definitely gonna do that on today's stream. We're definitely gonna have some. Oh no, my rook. Oh
Oh no,
no.
my.
Oh my
Oh no,
queen.
my rook. Yeah, but also beyond chess, I'm just glad to get to spend time with you again. I'm
Um,
I'm gonna level with you. I basically disappeared for over a year during the Eve video. I just
yeah.
didn't exist.
For me, you always existed.
Oh,
My
you
crown is in the
cutie.
way.
It's fine. I'm nuzzling your crown. Oh.
It's made of metal. I don't think we'll even nuzzling that.
That's speak for yourself. Maybe I like it. Just angrily
True.
rubbing face into fucking
Metal.
spikes. Hey, don't pet me. I have a pet redeem. I have a bespoke
so
pet
cute.
redeem from Andre. I commissioned a bespoke pet from Andre.
Andre's so talented at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
It's the reason it's so tender is because it's Andre that animated it.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I just wanted to mention, hey chill, thanks for the 20 months and tank facts for the 29 Kodiak breaks for the 25. I'm glad you're liking Echoes of the Eye. Starry, thanks for the 27 months. Ender Cobra for the 21 and Morn Eve. Oh wait, Morn Avery for gifting a sub to Ig before the stream. Thank you.
That's
Thank
so
you,
sweet.
everyone. Good purple doggy. You're a dog.
Am I a dog now?
Yeah.
Guess I'm a dog now.
It's been a good run. Sorry, your dog.
I'm dog now. I mean, as long as I get free food, free house, no rent, I'll be your dog. I'll just go bark every day.
I'll even let you
need
curl
to
up at
pay
the
rent.
foot of the bed.
Oh, yay!
I would
Yeah, and
also
Andre
like...
is the doggo. Andre is
Yeah, Andre is purple doggo.
I'm dragon. Rawr, I'm scary.
It is very funny in concept to call you a purple dog, though.
True. Absolutely.
I also would like to mention that some of you might have noticed, but we have a new emote today.
Video. Where?
We have T-Owl Dumpy. That's right. The owlet can now throw it back.
Let's go! Finally! I
Damn
waited
right.
all my life for this moment. We got a dumpy.
Yeah. The Dumpy is
Let's
back.
go.
Twitch ended its moratorium on Dumpy emotes.
Yeah, that finally like allowed it again. It was like
Mhm.
banned for some reason. Like, what is
It
wrong?
was,
Like,
yeah. They were trying to be consistent about the way that they administered the rules, but it just kind of meant that a funny emote could not be used. Like that in practice, that's how it worked.
I'm happy that that is back to normal, as it should be.
Ig, I
Dumpy.
Ig, I disagree that dragons are the dogs of Scalies. That's kobolds.
That's true. Kobolds are the definitely, because dragons are, as in most medieval movies and such, or anime, for example. Whenever there's a dragon, it's usually it's kind of like a final boss, like in most scenarios.
Right.
Scary, big, tall, fire-breathing, rawr. Even though I'm pink.
Yeah.
Just because I'm pink and purple
scary.
doesn't mean I'm not scary.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you're so scary. Oh, whoops. I pressed the wrong button. Hey. Oh no, you're so scary. You're so scary. Oh no.
Don't make me breathe fire on you. Huh?
Uh-huh.
Breathe fire on you like that.
I do hope you all enjoy your new Dumpy, though. I love. Okay, so actually, this is something else I wanted to ask you guys. So, we're looking at pulling out some new merch, and I was wondering, what all do you guys want to see? Because we
Everything.
have a lot of
You.
possibilities. We have a lot that we can do. I personally, I've been thinking about stealth merch, right? Stuff that isn't as obvious, that just has a neat design on it, but is just good. Bookmark. Oh, and book cover. Interesting. Book stuff.
Ooh.
Nudes.
Wha-
Yeah, yeah?
Huh?
Yeah, chat?
Huh?
Messenger bag. Would yeah? A messenger bag. Interesting.
Oh, I love a little owl
Stationery.
plushie. Little owl
M-
plushie.
mugs. Yeah, tea paraphernalia is definitely something I've considered. I am the tea owl. Mm.
I definitely something with a mug. Absolutely. I would get it immediately. I love tea.
I love tea as well. Oh my gosh, I drink so much tea. I had a bowl of matcha and now I'm sipping on Malfung green tea.
Oh my god. You
Mhm.
can never go wrong with tea. To
I
get the day
know, I
started,
know.
after a long day of work, you can
Mm.
always have some delicious tea.
A scarf would be really good. Yeah, that's a good thought. I like that idea. More pins. An owlet pin would be really good, I think.
I
I
would
I
love
want to
that.
I want to do owlet merch. The owlet is just too good. Burninator, no. Yowie posters. Ah, yes. What tea would you recommend someone who has enjoyed breakfast tea forever? Like
Mm.
English breakfast tea? I'm guessing, right? A black tea. Um, I think if you want to break into tea in like loose leaf tea, something more accessible might be, oh dear, what is it called? Um, if you if you want to really go hard, you can do Lapsang Souchong, right? Lapsang Souchong tea.
Ooh, sounds delicious.
Earl Grey is a good sidestep. Yeah, it's a flavored black tea. If you want to get into something a little gentler, there's some good Ansis, ANXI, like oolong teas, which are nice and gentle and aren't bitter. Tea doesn't have to be bitter. Uh, what am I thinking of? Hold on. Uh, it's an Indian black tea, and I can't. Assam. That's what I'm thinking of. Assams go really well with flavorings. So Assam would be really good to nab if you want to still steep Western style, where you do like a little bit of tea for a long steep time.
Sounds
There's
delicious.
a
But always
yeah.
fresh tea is so good.
Yes, make sure that you're
It's the
storing your
best.
tea in an airtight
Oh yeah,
in
absolutely.
something airtight because good tea has a very wide range of flavors, but tea that has gone bad all tastes the same. It all tastes like sucking on a penny.
Uh,
It's because the tea oxidizes. It effectively rusts. So that's
you
going
can
to
call
make
it
it
that, yeah.
yeah. It's the same process, oxidization. Oxygen is binding to some of the molecules.
Hmm. So for putting it in the airtight, because a lot of people actually don't buy fresh tea. They just buy those little packages, like those little sacks or whatever they call
Yeah,
them in
tea
English.
bags.
Yeah, those ones. Yeah, tea bags.
Hmm.
That's what they're called. They're
Yeah.
not bad by any means. They're good, absolutely.
It
But
depends.
when you've had like fresh tea, you can't go back. At
It's
least
another
for me.
world. Yeah, no, it's impossible
Hmm.
to. So I don't know if you're familiar with them, but there's a company in America called Lipton,
Oh,
and
Lipton. Yeah.
they have convinced America that tea is supposed to taste like dirt without tons of sugar in it. There is especially a southern tradition called sweet tea, which is just really cheap tea bags with tons of sugar in it and maybe some lemon. Like that is classic, and they chug it. Absolutely chug it.
You don't chug tea.
Now,
First of all,
see, I'm convinced that Lipton.
Tea owl froggy, tea owl froggy, tea owl froggy.
Thanks for the 7 months, Rotten Rosin, and for the froggies. The best emote.
I'm not mad at Lipton. I'm disappointed.
I'm mad. They managed to convince America that tea is supposed to taste like dirt.
Makes me sad. Like that. Why? Why would I? Just to sell more or whatever. Sales numbers or whatever. I don't know. I couldn't think of any other reason.
Everything in America has a lot of sugar in it.
Oh yeah, it does.
And so Americans are
surprised
very
me.
Yeah,
because I went to America for the first time and I took a medium meal, and it looked like an XXL. So I went back and I was like, "Ma'am, I ordered a medium." I literally went back, and she said, "That is a medium," and I was like, "Huh?" It wasn't. It looked like an XXL. I couldn't finish like half the burger. Not gonna lie. Nothing is bad with that, but I didn't know that beforehand. The proportions and sugar levels are extremely high.
Yeah, it's a lot. The problem is that the food is of commensurately lower quality, typically.
Oh, that too, absolutely.
Yeah,
it is very low quality because to compensate this, like I went to like the American stuff, and I had a pizza or just in general just fast food, and then I went back to Europe where I live, and I had fast food, a pizza, and I was like, I just came back from America. Wow, this pizza tastes real. That was my first response.
A lot of foods in America taste a bit plasticky.
They do.
You have to. In America, you can find really good food in America, but you have to go out of your way. You have to go out of your way
Especially
to find
barbecue.
It. Oh yeah, right. Like I'm not saying that all American food is trash, right? Like
America knows their barbecue.
Oh yeah, America has some really great food traditions, but you have to look for it.
That's the difficult part. Right next to all those fast food restaurants.
Yeah, the most available American food is plasticky.
Yeah. And I heard, it's just kind of, I don't know why they do that.
Look, we are just keeping up the tradition of making certain that everyone gets their daily dose of listeria.
I don't know what listeria means.
Listeria is a horrifying bacterial infection, foodborne typically, that happens when like listeria appears in moist areas. So if food processors are not cleaned properly, or you have water dripping down from a poorly maintained air conditioning vent. Yeah.
Oh, that is disgusting. Yeah. Like
it
moisty.
Yeah, it happens a lot with ice cream.
You get sick from that. Like that's like
Extremely.
Kind of like food poisoning.
It is.
It is just food poisoning.
It's like next level food poisoning. People die from listeria outbreaks frequently.
Then why? I many questions. Many questions for American. Like what? Huh?
It's very funny how Europe used to be the king of foodborne illness, of what am I thinking of? Fraud. Europe used to be like the fraud capital of the world, and then they managed to claw their way out of it as they increased their standards, their regulation standards over time, like rapidly over a couple of decades. And now America has inherited that title.
Mm.
Like, Europeans can complain about regulation all they like, and certainly there's a lot of corruption at different levels of government, but it is things run better.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah. I'm happy
Nowadays.
with because I've been in Europe all my life. I've never ever complained about anything. And then I went to America for the first time, and people told me, "Don't do this. Don't go alone to the store. Don't do this. Don't eat that." I was like, "Don't leave your window open. Be careful with the door." I was like,
Yeah,
"Wow, that is very like." Or over here in my country, we just leave the windows open. Like, but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
chill, Or we leave the door open. It's all cool.
Right, right.
People
Yeah,
don't.
you
It's a whole
gotta.
different kind of lifestyle that I've learned by going to America. It's very interesting. Absolutely,
Yeah,
American culture is something new because I'm not from there, so it's something cool to learn and see and explore.
yeah. It's a different experience having to be on your toes all the time, right?
Yeah, it really is because I've never been on my toes before, and then over there I had to be like, this and that. Don't go alone. Be with that person. Don't go to
Oh
the
yeah,
down to the strip. Don't do this. Never make sure to keep an eye on your drink. And I was like, wow,
right.
is it really
Mm-hmm.
necessary keeping an eye on my drink?
Oh yeah,
I'm
oh yeah.
like,
That's a major thing. Yeah, never leave your drink unattended.
I've never like had to do that, so I was just like, wow, this is different. It's completely fine, and I'm really appreciative and grateful that people told me this.
Right.
But it was something new. It was something I didn't expect.
It's a lot to live with. It's a lot to live with. It wears on you after a while, I think.
Hmm. Becomes like a
Also,
normal thing.
hey Avogen and hey Acidic Wicker, welcome in, guys. Everyone, do you think that we could give the new chatters the sniff test real quick? Could we give them a check?
The sniff test.
There it is. There it is. Sniff the new chatter.
Oh my god. I love
Yeah.
that.
Are you familiar with the phrase caveat emptor?
Um, I've never heard of it before. It might be because I'm from like the Netherlands, so English is
It's
not my first language.
it's a Latin phrase that means buyer beware.
Buyer beware, like beware of
Buyer
your surroundings.
beware. Buyer beware in terms of like you are responsible for what you purchase.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So if you
Yes,
get
you are.
scammed, you have to be careful about getting scammed, right?
Oh yeah, like a secondhand site, someone selling something and making you pay
Right.
more or making you,
Right.
or giving a
Yeah,
broken item,
right.
kind of like that.
You as the consumer have to be the one to look out for your own wallet and your own well-being.
Yeah.
Caveat emptor. Also, welcome in, Sora. I'm seeing a protogen. It's funny looking at new chatters and saying, I bet I know where they're coming from.
Yeah, I did
Oh.
the people now know we're here.
Yeah, like there's someone going by Wicker Beast. Oh hey, there's a protogen. Well, I wonder where they could be coming from. I wonder
No, I mean
Slushy.
uh-huh.
I'm calling you out.
Don't make me bone clout you. I will do it. Don't make me.
Style on me.
But I will style you. I'll bone clout and I'll run the king in the center of the board, and then I'll start
No.
playing seriously, and I'll still win.
And then I'll get bodied anyway.
Yeah, you'll get bodied.
I'll do a
anyway.
one-turn blunder. It'll be great. Oh,
Spoilers,
hello,
mate.
Bo. Hi, Bo. It's been a little while. Oh, yes, I did get over my progeria penis. Yes, thank you.
Huh?
Okay.
This requires some explanation.
My friend Ethan was vending at a furry convention and dragged me along, right? Like I've been to a couple and I've been dragged along. I've been dragged along to a few cons in the past by Nick and by Ethan. And while I was at BLFC. I caught the worst strep throat you can imagine. Oh my god. And however, everyone decided that I did not get strep throat. I got progeria penis. Progeria being a condition where you age faster than you should.
I mean,
So
you
it's
look
like
beautiful.
progeria, but only for the penis.
Oh my god. Yes.
Rotten rosin. It's okay. It's okay. It's the risk you run. There is a specific brand. I swear, like, there are incredible custom designer pathogens at conventions that you only find at conventions. I swear to God.
You're not wrong.
It's like furry pox.
Yeah. And one thing about FurryCon that we're talking about anyway, it smells so bad. Was it just me? But it's horrible. Please take a shower.
It is. Yeah, if you can afford a stay at a hotel for a furry con, you can afford deodorant.
Yes, please. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but I will keep saying it.
Please,
It
God.
smells horrible. It smells horrible.
Yeah, this is true for any kind of convention, though. Anime
Yeah, like anime too.
Yeah.
Absolutely anime convention too.
Comic
Like the thing
Con.
is, there's no Mr. Beast challenge of who can shower the longest, or who, the person who doesn't shower the longest will get 10,000. There was no such thing right now going on, as far
Right.
as I know. So
By the way, the cartographer is my brother. Hey, Corey. I like this. The shower comes with the room. Yes. Yeah, you're paying, like, one of the things you're paying for in your room is a shower. Use it.
Please use it.
But yeah, he's my brother.
Wow, that is actually awesome.
My brother is my
didn't
best
know
friend.
that. Oh,
Yeah. We
that is
grew up.
actually sick. That is awesome.
When my brother and I were very young, I remember we got into the cycle of, like, being shitty to each other.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
feel like
happened.
every brother, sister, or brother
Right.
always has
Sibling.
has
Yeah,
that kind of
right.
sibling, yeah, wanting to be the best competitively.
Well, no, it's like, I mean, I was competitive, but also we were just, like, shitty to each other, and like, one person was awful to the other because they did something to them, and it just
And
goes,
then vice
it goes
versa,
back and forth.
yeah.
And I remember when I was young, I approached my brother when, like, we were really, really young, like he was 3 or something. And I said, "Hey, we are going to have to live with each other for minimum, what was it at that point? Like another 13 years. We may as well be friends."
That is a valid
And-
reason.
And
That
Corey,
is
I remember
valid.
Corey thought for a second, then nodded. And we've been friends ever since.
I respect that.
Yeah,
Happily
and
ever after.
it took a few years, but we've been best friends, like, for a very, very long time.
I'm a little jealous. I'm sorry.
I'm very fortunate to have the brother that I do. He's very kind and very gentle. And very sweet.
Yeah, and especially like that's actually crazy. Like in general, that they're also like into stream and stuff. Because I see some people with their family and that they're like watching, and I'm like, wow, that is it's such a close bond, and that's
Yeah.
wow. Really
Aw.
appreciate it. I love that. That's just
Love you, bro. I'd love to hang out again, like, soon. You want to come over this week sometime? That'd be sick.
I'll come over too.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Couch has a
I'll
room.
fly over to
Perfect.
the other side of the world real quick. Give me
Perfect.
a second.
Yeah, make it a party. Exactly. We'll watch some competitive Total Warhammer. Oh my
Oh
god.
yes.
I inadvertently got Xander into Total Warhammer. It's on sale right now, and so he picked it up, and then I was like, "Here, have some DLC," and I encouraged him. And now he's addicted.
It's all your fault.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm encouraging this. I'm encouraging
Maybe I should try it
this.
out.
Mm. Oh yeah.
No.
Have you played it before?
I have not, but I did watch some streamers play it.
It is. Oh yeah. It's fun. It's intense. It's a lot. It's very complicated in interesting ways. It supports a lot of different play styles, which I appreciate.
Yeah,
I
I love
think-
that. That's what I love the most in video games, where you can be yourself. You can just
Yeah.
play whatever, but be the mage, be the healer, be the DPS paladin. Play your opening. Say for chess, play the opening. You're like, there's like a million openings. You can be you. You can play your own game.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it fun. Versatility.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the character designs for MMORPGs, designing your own character and such.
Speaking of, have decided that I definitely want to do this. I need some help. I need to find some help modding XCOM 2, but I want to make voice packs of all of my friends, like get them to record voice lines for me, and then use them for the game, right? Because
that would be awesome.
I love the idea of like having Mary barking as he's shooting.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like fun, right? Like just voice, right? It would be so easy. And then I don't know, maybe we turn one of the enemies into I don't know. What's good? Like we give the mutons like a striped like Chris shirt.
That'd be so cool.
Who would Nick Nocturne voice?
Definitely do that.
Himself. Like I would get voice packs of everyone and then make them the characters. And there would be permadeath. If they die, that's it. I wouldn't pull
That's
punches.
what makes it more exciting.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I think it sounds fun. And then have recaps of it, make recap videos. Right? If someone does something kick ass. Make Mike voice the enemies.
Oh my god.
No, Mike has to be in it.
Yes.
No, Mike has to be one of the characters. If I have someone voice enemies, who do I know that would be good to voice enemies? I'd have to have Whiskey Dingo. We got to get you in there too.
I mean, I can be very evil.
No, you got to be one of my characters. You got to be one of the little guys.
I'll be the wholesome short one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be the wholesome short one.
Yeah.
I'll be your companion. There you go.
Oh my god!
I would like how I see myself. I think I would like any kind of MMORPG. I see myself like the the mascot, just like the side character. I like
You're
that
the
the most
Meowth
as well.
of Team Rocket.
Exactly. Hey, I'm not I'm not that short, but absolutely, that is the best way to describe it. The Meowth of Team Rocket.
Yeah. Also fits in that she tries to be evil and it just doesn't work.
Hey, I can try as much as I like.
You're too
One
sweet.
day we will succeed.
Oh my god, yes, Mobility Mary as like the gatekeeper. Like she's inside of the orb. Well, this is cool. Have you ever seen Mobility Mary?
A little bit, but not.
Okay. God, that would be so perfect. We can get some amazing quotes from that. I'm thinking, Who would Mobility Mary be? Like, what enemy? Gatekeeper is a possibility. Hmm. Oh, no, she should be she should be the walkers.
Yes, that'd be perfect,
Yeah.
actually.
It's like, yeah, it's like a very advanced mobility scooter.
In the middle of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Wandering rival character. Ooh.
Yeah.
Excuse me, as she walks every time she moves.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Sir. Hello. You almost hit me. You made a total illegal move.
I think the best way to find who to make Mobility Mary is to find the most Karen character. Who's the most Karen character? I think it might be the Walkers. I'm trying to get the whole... Okay, so something threw me off really badly. So, did you ever watch Homestar Runner back in the day? Did you ever interact with that website?
No idea what it is. I'm searching it up.
It's okay. It's an old Flash animation that has actually aged pretty well. They had...
Sadly, I don't know it. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. So one of the characters was saying that in order to make a hair metal song, all you have to do is say, "Tonight, woman," and the name of any street in LA. And so they made a song that goes something like, "Tonight, woman, we'll be driving down Sepulveda with the T-top down." Right?
That sounds so good. That sounds actually pretty
good. The thing that drove me crazy is that the street that Mobility Mary is always driving down is Sepulveda. If you look at the maps, you look at the street signs, she's driving down Sepulveda.
I don't know that.
And it's a specific street in LA. Very specific. And it threw me off. I'm like, that's a real street in Los Angeles? Because she's in Los Angeles. She's in like Mar Vista. Was. Unfortunately, she passed away a little while ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so Protector of Jam, we looked it up. I think she technically legally could use the bike lane. However, I don't know that using the bike lane in a mobility scooter in LA is necessarily it's not the play, right? It is a blunder. Double question mark.
The play. Yeah, yeah, inaccuracy. Question mark, exclamation mark. Question mark, yes.
No, it's
mistake.
Yeah, mistake.
X mistake.
You blundered your mobility scooter in one move.
Now the enemy team will take it with their queen.
God, yeah, no.
Or should I say car?
She's the queen.
Yeah.
No, like, make no mistake, biking infrastructure in America is hot garbage. And, like, Mobility Mary was completely correct in pointing out that being a pedestrian in America is horrifically dangerous and, like, the infrastructure is awful. But also she's a menace.
Yeah.
She terrorized her local Whole Foods. Yeah, Corey, the funny thing about those white lines in the bike lane is that some people just don't care.
Yeah, that's one thing compared to like Europe, we have we call it a pink road or whatever you can call it.
Okay.
Pink road. We call it the bike lane.
Mm.
It's everywhere. It's a standard thing in Europe. It's everywhere. So I don't actually know how it looks like in America, like how where bikes go, because we just have the bike lane everywhere. It's just
right.
the bike lane. That's where you have to be. But in America, it's different because there is no bike lane. Isn't it like
Right.
where do
There.
you go?
So some streets don't have bike lanes. You have to go on the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the bike lane will be on the very edge of the street, but like that's a really big problem for bikes because of course all the rocks, all the gravel and little bits of whatever end up on the side of the road.
Oh yeah,
And you
and isn't that
basically
just
have
dangerous as well
oh
with
oh yeah
cars because you're right next to
yeah.
the cars.
No, bikers
There's
get
like
if you're a biker in America, you just have to expect that you're going to get hit on occasion. That's just something you
Huh?
accept. Yeah,
It's
that's just
like a
something you
normal
accept.
thing. So you just
Yeah.
you just accept it when you're bike. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. You it's not a matter of if but when.
Wow.
Bike theft is also really common in America.
Oh yeah, tell me
Um,
about it in the
yeah,
Netherlands.
yeah.
That's a normal
Bike theft
thing.
bike theft is common everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. When they see bikes, they see money. Take bike,
mm,
money.
oh yeah, and then like, oh, it's attached. Like, time to take the wheel.
People
Tasty.
actually do that. They take the wheel. It's how do you take the wheel off the bike?
They just quickly. Sometimes they'll just pull a rubber off.
Yeah, but it's just like how do you do this fast without anyone noticing?
Yeah, I know, right? It's kind of impressive. It's a skill. I feel like pickpocketing somehow is more respectable than bike theft. I can't tell you why. Like maybe I'm just not inducted into the world of bike theft.
Yeah, you're not. I specifically in my country we have the biggest and most bikes. Like they usually call it the bike country, whatever you want to call it. There's more bikes than humans over here. Seriously. There's over 40 million bikes and we have like maybe 16 million people. I forgot. Numbers are hard. But yeah, just too many bikes. And that's the reason why there's so many thieves. You know, the bikes everywhere,
Yeah.
left and right around the street, and they're just everywhere. Specifically in Amsterdam, you just see people in front of you. The police doesn't even care anymore.
Yeah,
they see the people pick up the bikes that are not theirs, and the police just sits there eating their donut.
I
Yeah,
just
but-
had
I
the
do not
worrying
care
experience of having the
anymore.
maintenance guy stop by. I had make sure Fred
It's really
wasn't
funny.
talking about weird shit.
I've seen it
TM
happen a couple
limers.
times in Amsterdam.
Totally, Valken. I hate to say it, but we're always talking about weird stuff. That's just how it is here. You're not going to escape it. Bikes are to the Netherlands as ducks are to America. You could just grab the ducks in the park. You could just take them.
It's our life.
Hold on.
Like it's our life. Like there is no like this. People use more bikes than cars. Everywhere. Oh, you want to go there?
Here you go.
Take the bike. You want to go this? Do this? Take the bike. We don't do cars really. Cars is just an excessive way for if you got to go further from home. But for the rest, it's always bike. When I go to the city, bike. No bus, no car, just bike.
Is this what I'm looking for? Hold on.
It's good for the environment. Less
Here
cars.
we go. This.
The elites don't want you to know this, but the ducks at the park are free. You can take them home. I had 458 ducks.
Yeah, exactly that.
I have 458 ducks.
450.
I
Yeah, you could be Europe, Cardo. You could be Europe.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Come over here.
There is
It's awesome.
there is an amazing mockumentary called Das Fest des Huhnes, which is Austrian. It's a mockumentary where the conceit is that an African documentary crew is traveling to the far-flung region of northern Austria to document the strange tribes and peoples living there. And it's you know the fucking Western documentaries that are like, the strange African people who still live as they used to. Yeah, they they turn that around, and one of the things that they say is, despite humans being an inherently nomadic people, they live in houses, but to fulfill this nomadic instinct, they will walk with no destination, and they will bike, they will bike, and then they will return home in the same day. It's
Oh yes, yes, yes,
Germans and
yes.
Austrians just go on bike rides all the time. It is so popular there.
It's our main way of transport. It's super popular. There's a lot of funny specifically German and Dutch memes. They're really funny. It's always about either bikes, cheese, or weed. Most of the time, those three things.
Yeah, it just got legalized in Germany.
And windmills. Wait, it did? Like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we just
It
got
was always
legalized
legal
in
here.
Germany. No, it's new. It's new. God bless. Now, hopefully, it also carries over to Austria, because Austrian culture tends to follow German culture.
Mm.
Hey, Super Euro Beans, welcome in. Yeah, surprise. I stream. It's the thing I do. It is a thing I do. In between, streaming was supposed to be a part-time job, with Down the Rabbit Hole being my full-time job. Now I just have 2 full-time jobs. And no time.
Make sure you don't overwork, obviously.
I'm busy making.
That's
I'm
a good
busy
thing.
making
Take
my
good care
dreams
of yourself. Take good care of yourself. Very important in life. It's good to work. It's good to have multiple jobs, but you gotta make sure you make time free to rest.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Just making sure, in general, for everyone, it's important to take time for yourself.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying.
Because if you don't do that, the thing is, if you don't do that, eventually you're gonna get a burnout, and then what? You're gone for a month or two. That's worse than just taking a few days off, once or twice, 3 times a week. That's why we call it the weekend. To take off, relax, to do your hobbies, have a good time. And if you don't do these things, and if you just keep working and overworking, which a lot of people do, then you just get a burnout, and then
I know.
This goes for everyone, by the way. Specifically the people who overwork
Pride
on Saturdays and Sundays when their boss asks them, hey, can you work? Say no. Just take your time off. I just care about you, Fred. I'm not saying this to annoy you. I care about you.
I know.
We all care about you.
It's not annoying. I just have a lot to do. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring out the balance.
Step by step.
What did Caldero say? Is that?
Oh, they said Dutch. Yeah, let me read it. You want me to read it in Dutch or translate it first? Okay. Okay. Oepsie woepsie, de trein is stukkie wukkie. We zijn heel hard. Oh my god, it's a Brabants accent. We zijn heel hard aan werk om misschien kan je bij je fietsen, hè? Oh my god, why do you? It means oops, the train is broken. We are extremely hard. We are working really hard to fix it so you can better go on the bike. Ooh. Dutch is an interesting language.
I maintain that Dutch sounds like a Canadian person making fun of a German person.
It actually kind of does. I mean, but there's a lot of different accents. We have on the very top of the region, we have Friesen, then we have Brabants, then we have there's a lot of, because we all talk different in Dutch. Specifically for me, you can't really hear that I am Dutch because of my accent, but a real Dutch person would talk like this. Let me give you an example. Hello everyone. Today we're gonna be playing some chess, and we're gonna have very good time together. And I want to have a very good tea because I like that very much. That's how 99% of Dutch people are gonna sound like.
I feel like I hear a lot of that specific accent in Foxhole.
Yes, 90% of either German or Dutch people are gonna sound like that. That is just an accent, and there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. I
No, no.
love the culture. Like I am from there.
Yes. No,
Very
it's
very good time. Yes.
it is very fun hearing someone in
Dutch is what
Foxhole yell.
happens if you crossbreed English and German into one language.
Fair enough, Emmy. It's very fun hearing someone with that accent scream, "I need more bullets."
I need the more bullets. I need the more bullets. Oh my god.
Hey Slushy.
Yes.
I could use a refresh
You?
on my tea, and then would you like to get into chess?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
Go refresh your tea. Ooh, wait.
Hey,
Before you go,
oh,
I need to know what flavor tea. Very important.
I think I'm just going to get some fresh Malfung. That's my plan.
I ran out.
Oh. My favorite tea though that I am out of, I am not kidding. I love duck shit tea.
Duck shit tea. I remember you told me about that. I was
Yeah.
gonna get it, but I forgot.
I'm
It
totally
sounds really
out.
bad. Duck shit tea, but it's actually good.
Yeah, it's actually unbelievably delicious. It is one of the most drinkable teas I've ever had.
Is it actually shit from a duck? Like seriously? Like jokes aside, is it?
Oh yeah, Bo, feel free to message me. No, a duck shit tea has nothing to do with ducks or feces.
Okay,
It is
thank
just a
God.
name. There's an apocryphal story that someone had made this cultivar of tea, and then another tea maker came in and said, "How do you make the tea the way that you do?" And they came up with a lie. They said, "Oh, it's because of the clay. Like, look at the interesting color of the soil. It's because we mix duck shit into it." And it was a complete lie. It was just the cultivar, but it stuck.
Can't wait to try it. I'm actually gonna order some right now.
I would highly recommend it. I get mine from Yunnan Supplier, but it might take a minute to ship.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a European shop. I've had some troubles.
Okay.
It's there's a new system where you pay a lot of money for getting stuff outside of Europe. They put
Okay.
that because of the European Union stuff. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
They make you pay money upon money, so not just taxes and not just other things. It's something extra,
Yeah.
and it's so stupid.
I would love some recommendations for tea shops. Alfie is already helping me in that regard. She has some good ones. She's also a tea dweeb like me.
Adagio. I go on Adagio teas.
Adagio,
Probably
really?
I've never heard it. Wait, you
I
say it
think
like that?
yeah, Adagio is
Oh,
a
well,
it's
I
a
said it
musical
wrong.
term. To my knowledge, it's French, I think.
Yeah, Adagio teas. That's where I got mine from, at least. It's fresh, all fresh.
Adagio.
leaves.
In music, the term adagio means played slowly. So you play it you slow the tempo.
Oh, so it's like, oh, I get. That's such a good name for tea because you drink it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You play League. If you've ever played Sona, she has a line where she says
Oh yeah, I'll
adagio,
play some.
summoner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah, she
We should
says
definitely play League sometime.
Oh my god. I literally have not played League
I can
in I
coach you as
think
well. I'm a grandmaster.
over a decade.
I'm top 100
It has
of
been
Europe.
over. I don't think I can convince myself to get back into League.
It's a horrible game. I
I'm
just
gonna
play it for fun.
I'm gonna level with you. If I was to hang out with you, I would love to play chess, and I wouldn't even mind getting my ass handed to me if it meant just hanging out with you.
Oh, you're so sweet. Now go make a cup of tea for me
Okay.
as well.
Okay, everyone, I would highly recommend that you also stand up, stretch your legs, stretch your arms, get yourself a sippy. Yeah, we'll check out art before.
snacky.
Yeah, get yourself a snack too. We'll check out art when we come back too. Before we do
I
it.
love art.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
love art.
Yeah, I've gone from I've moved to the art segment from the end of stream to like the middle of stream, and it's nice. It means that people don't have to struggle to get things out before the end of the stream. Like I get to
I
see
love
what
art so
people
much.
made over time. Yeah, me too. I still get that excited feeling when I see art. Like when I see fan art, it still drives me crazy.
Yes, it's
Mhm.
art is my life.
Thewald. Okay, hold on. Okay. Ooh, in Dresden. Cool. Ooh, they have some nice teapots too. Oh, they have puer. They have yeah, they've okay. Ooh, and they have matcha. Okay. Thanks for the recommendation. I'll have to look into them. Okay, be right back everyone. I trailed off thinking about tea. Be right back.
Mine just wanders off towards tea. Psst, chat. Can you still hear me, chat? Hello. You can never go wrong with some nice loose leaf stuff. It's so good. Personally, I really love like blended rose hips hibiscus with apple pieces and some yerba mate. It's really good. Like mixed teas, like fresh, are the best. If you've never had, like, yeah, I should grab a sippy too. I know. You can actually never go wrong with. If you've never had fresh tea before, I really highly recommend it. It's so good. Bay's yerba mate enjoyer, dude. Yerba mate is my favorite. In every single tea that I drink, there's yerba mate in there. I probably say it wrong because of my accent, but it's really good. Absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a sippy too now. Now go get yourself a snacky and a sippy, Chuck. Go. I'm gonna do it quickly before before Fred's back. Iced tea with orange pekoe. Oh god, I'm jealous. You guys know the good stuff. Which duck shit tea does Fred get? Fred gets. I forgot the website. Make sure to ask it again. They'll make sure to tell you. There was a specific website that they use for all their tea. It's an American one though, so if you live in Europe, you're gonna have to find a different website. But I'm pretty sure most duck shit teas are pretty much you can get it in I see it over here. You can get it in Europe as well. Just any average tea shop will do, absolutely. As long as it's fresh. Yunnan? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna grab myself a snacky.
Hello, I'm back. I think that Slushy is also up and getting herself some tea as well. Took me a little longer than usual because I needed to get some fresh tea leaves. But hi. So I'm curious, those of you who did get up to make tea, what did you go and get? I personally am having some Mao Feng green tea. It's a Chinese green tea. Made it in my glass Gaiwan. It's really pleasant. Orange juice, legit. Coffee bean tea, valid. You know, I had a funny emotion the other day. So many people seem to love coffee, and there's a lot of cultural elements around coffee where, you make a cup of coffee for someone else and it's a show of kindness. And for me, coffee just makes me jittery, and I wonder if historically it has made it more difficult to bond with other people because of that lack of a obvious shared experience, because I'm more of a tea person. It was very fun getting excited reactions from people on Mary's Billy Billy stream when I mentioned that I like pu'er tea. Hello, Slushy.
Yum yum yum.
Yum yum.
Hello.
What snack did you get?
Chocolate.
Ooh, nice.
And tea.
And tea, nice. What are you sipping on?
I'm dripping. I call it. It's called. It's called Vanya Ale. It's not real ale. It's called Vanya Ale.
Hey.
It's rose hips with hibiscus, apple pieces, natural apple flavor, burro de anta, and yerba mate.
Okay.
It's very
Nice.
specific. I know.
Yeah, a flavored mate. No, it's a flavored mate. The thing that I always get annoyed with like really fruity teas is the hibiscus tends to take over the flavor.
Oh
if
yeah,
they-
that
if
is
they add
actually
too much.
true. That is actually true. But if I don't, and you can really feel the fruity side, yes.
Yeah, I the tea shop that got me into tea in the first place when I was in college, it always put too much hibiscus in its herbal blends. Like there's just hibiscus and all of it, and there was always too much and it overpowered every other flavor.
Yeah, you have to be careful with that. If you put too much hibiscus, it just takes over. And it's
Yeah.
But a little
Wait,
bit
what
is
happened? Uh-oh, what happened to chat?
no
Did chat break?
No.
I can't
no,
believe chat
chat.
is fucking dead. Hold on, let me
Where
refresh
you go,
it.
chat?
Refresh cache. There we go. I fixed it.
There are certain chocolates that dogs are actually allowed to have, but
Oh,
they're
really?
specific. Like they're very specific. They're such as like
Right.
treats that dogs and humans can eat. Also, that actually exists. By the way, I'm not making
Oh,
this up.
that's
That actually
cute.
exists. Yeah,
That's
I know.
cute.
You can make specific, healthy, and they're good for your dog too. And they put ingredients in there that are edible by humans and
Yum, yum.
dogs. And it's
Yum,
like
yum,
you can
yum.
just cook together and then give your dog a cookie. It's so funny.
Like, oh my god, yeah, make dogs and cat. Like, I wonder if cats, like, if there's snacks for cats like that too. Because cat,
I bet there is. If there's dog snacks that can do that, I bet there will also be like cat snacks and stuff. And cat food.
yeah, my cats are so aggressive when it comes to food. They freak out.
Oh
Hey.
god. Did I scratch?
They not on purpose. Not
Maybe
on
they're
purpose.
just hungry. Food time.
Well, Art. I wanted to look at art. Will you join me? Here.
I love art.
Okay.
That's
let's
amazing.
check. A lot of my artists post on Tumblr.
Ooh, Tumblr.
Yeah.
I use Twitter usually for the art.
Oh, there's some. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you. I mentioned that my favorite mythological creature is Ents.
Me?
I love Ents. Also
Oh.
you.
Oh. I see how it is.
You. But this one of
Yo,
my
that is
viewers,
sick.
Josie, decided to make an Ent version of me. I already showed
That
this
is
last stream,
really
but
sick.
I love it, and so
That
it
is
is
really, really cool.
so rad. Oh,
It's
it's
a
so
mythical
good.
creature, right? As well.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then okay, sketch page for last stream. Let's see if you can figure out what happened. Oh, look,
Something to do with Pokemon.
sort of.
I see a lot of Pokemons. I see owls.
Oh yeah, there was a person who tried to imitate Pokemon, but he was absolutely horrid at it.
I mean that's I think their name was Dartrix.
Yeah, that's Dartrix, aka me. Oh look,
Oh.
it's an owlet who just bought more land in the metaverse. Okay, have you seen Atlas Earth, the advertisement?
I have not. Atlas Earth.
Here, I got it. I got it for you. I'll show you. You all get oh my god, that was loud.
My ears.
You all get a free Atlas Earth. Here. Have it.
Is that a good thing?
I'm going to scream. Someone redeemed it on sound alerts. Okay. All right. There we go. Price just increased. So I'll play the whole thing.
That's the best advertisement. Honestly, I love this. I wish ads were like this.
Just absolutely rancid.
No, this is the best advertisement. I've
Yeah.
never seen an advertisement like this. Is actually like a good advertisement. Normally, I'm
I
like
hate-
bored as fuck, and I hate
Right.
ads and stuff. But this, I would watch. This is funny.
Yeah, right. My favorite bit is the yaw on the right here. Yeah.
The little yaw on the right. Yeah.
So what I did was I took this whole advertisement and made it a sound redeem. However, every time someone redeems it, I increase the price by 1 increment. So after redeeming it there, it went from 170 bits to 175. It got bad enough last time that the price went all the way up to 5,000 bits.
Oh.
And then I crashed the market.
Oh my god. More.
It was really bad. It got
Atlas Earth.
untenable. So he just bought more land in the meta. You want to know the funny thing about Atlas Earth? It has nothing to do with crypto.
Well, that's the point of, huh?
Mhm.
But isn't that the point?
It's
Of
literally just
metaverse buying.
it's a god damn it, someone just did it again.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
fine. I guess it's 180 bits now.
I'm so happy I don't hear it right now. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I hear it.
That's the best part.
I
Good.
hear it. Oh, I can't
Good.
escape it.
There's no escape from yeah.
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 Oh, I was talking about how when I was younger I made boffers with my friends, right? Like padded swords out of PVC pipe.
Oh yeah.
and whacked each other, and I got particularly good with sword and board, sword and shield. Um, and so they drew me with a padded sword and shield.
That looks so good.
Yeah. And then Vex in the corner honking. Meep, meep, meep.
What what is the top right one with I think that's Lycanroar? No. Is it
Incineroar?
Yeah. Oh my god. Incineroar knows more about Pokemon. Uh,
I don't know who
Machamp.
this one is. It's
I know that one.
Sun.
That's the
Yeah, Sun.
is the one with the drums.
Okay. Yeah, Sun, we need to talk to you about about the kind of Pokemon that you're training. Elaborate?
It's a Rillaboom. Rillaboom. The
There you
white
go.
one.
Yeah, Sun, we need to have a conversation about the Pokemon that you're capturing and training. Don't
Oh
say
my god.
draining. Quiet. Also, there's Caldero knitting on a horse. Manly, very manly studies.
Mm-hmm. Cute on the bottom right.
Starry Feather is very, yeah, I don't know what to do when people call me cute. I just freeze.
I mean, they're not wrong. You are very
Shut.
cute.
No, don't help them. They don't need help.
Okay, we'll call it respectively handsome. A handsome little fella.
Zzz.
I mean, little, you're taller than me, but
Yeah. Welcome in, Alpha. Sniff the new chatter. Everyone, give him the sniff check.
sniffa.
Give him the check. Gotta make sure they're okay. But Starry Feathers does these sketch pages frequently. I was feeling soft Sunday. I was like, I'm feeling soft. Please be gentle with me. There's me about to go over that cliff. On the bottom. He's going over that cliff. On Sunday. Sundays are viewer contribution days, where viewers submit videos. They get vetted by a vetting team, and then we watch.
That's so much fun.
It
I'm
is
gonna be
so
there
much
next
fun.
Sunday.
It is
I'll
a
be
bunch
there.
of fun. Go T Racer. Go T Racer.
Who drew this? Starry Feathers?
This is Starry Feathers,
Starry
yeah.
Feathers?
Starry Feathers.
Wow,
Starry
they're really
Feathers.
good artists. If
Yeah,
they're
Starry,
like, wow,
yeah.
that is
Right?
yeah,
Starry's amazing. These sketch pages are such a delight.
incredibly
time.
talented.
So, Slushy,
Yeah.
would you... I think I know how I want chess help. I don't know if it's weird, though. I would love
Nothing's
to just...
weird. I mean, we're all weird in our own ways, so
I
it's
would
okay.
really just love help analyzing positions and figuring out where to turn my attention first and which lines I should trim, right? Like my trouble is trimming the tree of possibilities like so that I'm not burning all my time looking down lines that I shouldn't dig too deeply in and just say this line looks good. It's good enough. It's going to be playable. I'm going to play it, right? Like the problem is I start digging into these lines too deep, even if I know that the first move is fine. It's good.
Yeah,
just,
it's whether knowing, because of course you want to try and make the best move that gives you the most advantage. But the more games you play, the more that you'll be able to see it. To new players to chess, you're not just gonna always see that move very quickly, and it's just gonna take you some more time to find it.
Yeah.
And it becomes muscle memory. That's what we call it. It becomes muscle memory, and eventually
Yeah.
you'll know whether it's good or not. It's the same thing as in you see two positions, and then you see your position and the enemy opponent's position, and then the question is, are you better here? Like, can you
Right.
think like a computer? Like, are you +1 or +2 or +3? How good is the position? And that could be a very hard thing to evaluate for people to do. Very, very hard. Like knowing whether you're better or not when you make a certain move.
Yeah. And I think that's what I'd like to do with you. Just like look
It's
at
important to play games
positions.
too. I want you
Yes.
to I want you to play
Yeah.
games too.
Oh yes,
Absolutely.
I
Or show you some
absolutely.
simple openings because they're really simple and takes like 10 seconds to learn. And chat also gets to learn a few things if they're interested to learn a simple opening that is always valuable. We call them not even beginner openings. They're just good. They're the same
Yeah.
structural things you need to do. Nothing complicated, just simple chess. And everyone gets
Yeah,
to play and everyone gets to have fun.
Well, I've done a lot of opening study as I've been getting back into chess, just so that I don't have to think as hard about my opening. So like,
Yeah, that's one thing people need to remember. Knowing
I've
your
studied
openings.
I've studied a lot of the queen's pawn opening, and like other like similar things, like how to play against the Slav and the like. This is where I always like one of my big struggles in the queen's pawn opening and with the queen's gambit is knowing what to do with this
Over here,
bishop.
I would just do the exchange variation, but that's because it's me and I want to keep it simple. The thing
Yeah,
is,
see,
I don't know the queen's gambit properly, so if that would be me, I would just exchange variation, and then yeah.
Yeah. And then like sometimes I panic a little bit about this.
Oh, e4.
And then yeah,
just go
e4.
E4.
But my thought is this like it locks in this
I
bishop,
get
but
what
with
you
this
mean.
bishop you kind of need to you end up putting it on this diagonal, right?
You
Is this
can
what you end up
always.
doing?
Okay, there's two ways you can play this. First of all, get the bishop out first, but then black is gonna obviously probably play b5. That's what I would expect.
Right.
But yeah, but you can always just gambit a pawn away because you get quick development. You can just play like b3, open up your bishop, and take it with the queen. Just
Right,
quick
and
development.
and like this pawn
And it's very
structure
bad for
is
black. The
hot
structure-
garbage.
Yeah, it's just hot garbage. You could simply just play b3, gambit a pawn. Yeah, yes, black will be up a pawn, but simply said, you're going to be way more ahead of development. Your bishops are going to be ready to go. Your bishop is going to be staring at. It's really hard for me to see the board. Let me quickly make it bigger. There,
Okay.
now I can see better. Your bishop is going to be luring. You can maybe even play g3 and get that bishop. You could play g3 with your pawn and then get that bishop on g2,
Fianchetto
eyeing
and
that
target
pawn.
this backwards pawn, yeah.
Yep. And then you can start
And then
and your knight can start
eyes on
jumping towards the center, and your knight can finally take that outpost of, for example, c5. Or it's
Yeah.
gonna be very hard for black to move. But just people are always scared to give material. But I'm a gambit player. You get quick development, and there's like one simple rule that we want quick development. That's what we want. We want quick development.
Yeah,
Get
of
a piece out.
Of course.
Move with peace. You know, like.
Yeah,
See,
and that's
against this, I would just play b3 or get your bishop out first. One of the two.
yeah, yeah, b3 to actually make into a proper gambit.
Yes.
Is this isolated pawn on b3? Like this isolated pawn on b3 will obviously be a weakness later, and so I really have to capitalize.
Yeah, eventually, but you can just abuse black's weak pawn structure.
Yeah. And then I think probably obviously want to end up castling kingside. Maybe
absolutely.
not immediately.
You're gonna go kingside.
You're probably going to delay castling. I honestly in this position I can see just not castling ever, because like until you're ready to develop this rook. Because
But most people in black wouldn't even play b5. I wouldn't play b5. I would just let the pawn stay. Like I wouldn't want to play b5 because it's just bad for black. So I would just like develop another piece and just get your bishop can take back on c4 or just develop anything else. Like, I wouldn't do that personally.
When I
wouldn't
look
do
at
that.
when I look at b5, this seems like the most natural move, though, right?
It
like,
is a
I
very
have a
natural
material
move.
advantage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to hold on to it. Here, what is? I'm curious to see what the engine says.
Yeah, see,
Right.
Onion says the same thing. Onion says g3 is an option, b3 is an option, and also a4. I say a4 is the best move, but I don't like a4 personally. But you can do that, absolutely. You can do a4.
Interesting, yeah. I wonder.
So it's saying the best move is a4 and then g3 or b3, as I said. I personally like b3 because I like to play more aggressive. I like to play gambit-wise and take the initiative. But I'm not like Magnus Carlsen, where our positions needs to be equal. I don't.
Yeah,
you can do that to open up.
Yeah, like this is okay. So I get the idea, right? If takes, and then this
and then you
pawn
get
is
that,
threatened, and then you're going to be
pawn
making
is already gonna fall.
another threat
Pawn's
here.
already gonna.
And you've just taken tons. Yeah, this pawn will fall. It's
That's the thing. I wouldn't play b5. It will fall regardless.
Interesting. Yeah, this seems like the most human move, though.
Yes,
Even if it's not
absolutely. That's what
necessarily a
humans are
good
gonna
one.
make.
Yeah.
Humans are gonna make that move every single time.
And then,
Because how else can you play that? There's not really like any other move that every other move kind of that's the only
right. And then the knight's locked in here.
that too.
So this is
The knight's gonna
nice.
have
This
to
is
move to a
why,
very awkward square.
yeah, I think it's why a lot of people don't like playing the Slav. I've noticed that people at low levels are really reticent to play d7, knight to d7.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. It's always get your bishops out first. Plus, in general, you want to have your knight on your home squares, aka you want to have them on c3 and you want to have them on f3. That's like the home square usually, but it depends. There's a lot of different knowledge to that.
Yeah, someone was saying b4 to attack the knight.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's just bad
Then,
because then you
like-
just move the knight and then what?
like,
Both pawns are fucking
Interesting.
hanging after.
Okay, so this is interesting. Yeah, and then you just back up, and then if this, I'm seeing what the engine. I'm looking at the engine line because I'm kind of interested. This is weird as hell.
But these are not human knights. Humans are not gonna do this. Humans don't
No. Well, they
Ever.
might. They might.
I've never seen
This
it
is
before. It might be
weird.
because I don't play the Queen's Gambit.
And then what? Yeah, you take and then trade queen. Interesting. It doesn't want you. This is insane. This is a weird line. This is a weird line that I feel like maybe it's the main line, but it feels like a weird ass line.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
But
it isn't necessarily the main line. It's more like it can happen. Like it's because whatever the computer says isn't necessarily the main line. It's what is the best in that specific position.
Mm-hmm.
Because I play, for example, if you go back 2 moves, I play right here. I play e4, aka the Black
E4, yeah.
Mardimer Gambit. That's
Or,
what I
excuse
play
me.
the most. No,
Interesting.
E4. I play the Black Mardimer Gambit. I know every single thing about this gambit. It's very devious.
Oh, really?
Very, very scary.
What does the engine think? Ooh, engine doesn't like it. Yeah, but the
Listen,
engine doesn't
listen,
matter.
it's
Okay,
the
engine
best
engine
opening.
does not matter.
It's such a good opening.
Engine doesn't matter. What matters is what
it's
people
a gambit.
can
That's the
play.
thing. Every single gambit has you give up your pawn for fast development. That's the thing. You give up 1 pawn for fast development, and we get quick development, and we just go for the kill. We go quick.
Well, every gambit has a refutation, but actually playing it is tricky, and there are a lot of sidelines in every gambit. Yeah.
People are not gonna know. That's the thing. For example, you have some troubles with time management, right? If I play e4 right now and you're black, you're gonna be like, "What are they doing? I guess I'll just take the pawn. It's a free pawn, you know."
Right. Okay,
I'll just
show me.
They you play
I'm curious now.
knight c3. That's the main move. That's what you play.
Right.
Then your opponent can either
then
play
you
3
defend it.
different things. Yeah, you can defend it with the knight, with the bishop, or pushing the pawn. But that's just bad. You could either do that, or that. Yes.
Yeah. Now they have an awful structural weakness.
Whichever move that I do, you play pawn to f3. Like whichever one of those 3 moves I do. you
Oh,
play
really? Okay.
Yeah.
So
You play
pawn to
f3.
f3.
That's the gambit. Yes. Then that will
Okay.
capture. If that push, you just take back with the bishop, and you're happy. You got a great position.
Right.
Yeah, you just take with the bishop, and you're doing great. That's perfect. But if I take, this is where the gambit is, and you leave that there for the taking, by the way. If they don't take it, you take them. So if I don't take that pawn over there, you take them, and you have the whole center.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now you take
Interesting.
back with the knight.
Okay. Yeah.
And look at black. What is black? Well, black has a knight out, and
Right. Yeah. Their
everything's stuck.
pawn structure is blech.
Everything is just stuck. You're ready to attack. Bishop
Right,
goes out. Bishop goes out. Castles
literally,
immediately.
like pawn can't come here because I guess it makes an
No,
isolated
you push.
pawn.
If the best move for black right here is to either push the c pawn or the e pawn to e5 or to c5. But the thing is, in specifically this opening, we keep the center close. We want to do fast development. Notice that in the center we keep our tension. We want to have quick development.
Right.
We want to move our pieces. We want to get our king to safety. Don't just take stuff. By the way, don't just take stuff or trade stuff because you're gonna get your opponent developed faster.
Right.
Like specifically, you want to take the initiative in this specific opening. I'm pretty sure it's the
So-
same thing with the Queen's Gambit, but this one is more aggressive.
Mhm.
This is a
So
very
just-
aggressive opening.
Just thinking about what I'm seeing, I see a few very nasty lines.
There's a lot of tricks and nasty shit in this
The first,
opening.
yeah, the first line
There's a
I'm seeing
lot.
is here, right?
Yeah.
Very standard. But the other one I'm seeing that's really tricky is here, because
Yep,
if they block with
exactly.
the pawn,
Yep.
takes,
yep.
takes, and now you have a
No,
fork.
no, the knight.
No?
The knight's still looking. The knight's still looking. You see the knight on
Oh yeah, duh.
you see
Brain.
the knight's still looking.
I'm
so
used to the knight
but
not
yes.
being there after c6.
Yes. So you do have to wait with that. And there's some really fun lines you can do. If you go back a little
Okay.
bit after
Yeah,
pawn
sure.
push. For example, after this, a very common move is to play bishop to g4, which looks super natural, super normal, pinning the queen, right?
Yeah.
Super natural move. So there's, for example, now you will move your h pawn. You go to h3.
Right?
That what if I take? Let's see that take. You
Right.
take it with the queen. No,
Oh, you take
no,
with
no,
the
no,
queen.
no.
Yeah,
take it
because
with
you
the
don't want to make
queen.
an isolated pawn. I was like, why do you want
Yes, absolutely. You take it with the queen, and you get this. You see the pawn on b2,
Yeah.
b7. I mean b7. Look, that's
I knew
hanging
what you
right
meant.
now.
Yeah.
That's hanging, and a lot of people actually fall for eating the pawn on d4 because you're actually a d4 pawn is hanging. But when I take that, for example, with the queen,
Right here, yeah.
then you have that, and you just win. On
Boom.
b7, you just have that, and you win. Just
Yeah.
win the game.
And then this is always scary when the queen comes out to the center of the board, but like it can't, there's no target for it. This, like, first, anything that it's attacking, it's only attacking the knight right now, and that's covered. Any potential weakness is covered here, right? Like, there is no vulnerable piece. And if the queen, like, there is no square where I guess the queen could make check here.
It doesn't do anything.
but
That will
you
lose
just- what, you
the
just-
rook eventually. They lose
Like,
they
don't-
lose the rook eventually.
What would you
just
play
develop
if
your
you do
pieces.
this? Just
You can just
bishop to
develop the pieces.
e2 maybe?
Yeah, you can just develop.
Mhm.
Bishop to e2. You can just develop.
And then the only thing is that this leaves this pawn open. I could see like coming here.
there's-
Then you have a fork.
There's nothing really that I would put the knight back, I suppose, but
Yeah.
that will lose
that
the rook
covers the
eventually.
square. Yeah.
Usually people don't
no
fall
matter
for this.
what
What the
you do, lose it.
usual line is, if you go back again
Mhm.
to where if we go back with the bishop, usually people go back with the bishop. So they go back to h5 with the bishop instead of taking.
Okay.
Instead of taking, you go
Oh,
back with the
I see.
bishop.
Yeah.
But this is already good for white. This is already really good. Then you just
Well,
push
yeah,
your
because
G pawn,
yeah,
Z4,
this is classic.
and then you jump forward with the knight. You jump forward
Or
with
the-
the no, no,
oh,
no,
okay.
no. You jump forward with the knight to pressure that bishop. No, you put it to e5.
Which knight?
To e5. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the right knight. The right
oh,
knight.
yeah, I see.
To pressure that bishop, and now your main idea and strategy and goal is to go for that bishop. Look, you got an open file now on g2 for your bishop. Looking, you see that the pawn is not longer defended on b7, so you can put your
Right.
bishop on g2, staring at the pawn. So your next move right now would be to go g2 with your bishop.
Right.
That's your next move. Go g2.
Right, yeah. So then, well, I mean, we already moved the knight
Black-
here, then
Yeah,
black.
black would go
Probably
best move
like
for black-
h6 or something.
No, that wouldn't go that. Because
Not
then
yet,
you just take the
not yet.
bishop, and then they have a bad pawn structure. That's really
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
If h6, take with the knight. Yeah, very bad. Best move for black right here would be to play e6.
Okay.
E6 to get the bishop out, and everything else. That's just
Yeah,
the
just
best
start
move. Because if
developing, but
you can't get your knight out, yeah, then you play that, and then you're forced to push the pawn on the c file on c6. They're forced to do that, and then
Right.
you start going for that bishop. So you push
Right.
the h pawn.
Yeah, yeah.
You push the h
And
pawn,
then you're
and the
threatening
knight's
this.
pressuring the bishop. And if they play pawn to h6, you just take it with the knight, and they have a horrible pawn structure, and just
Right,
such an
yeah.
easy game. You get in very lovely and easy positions with the Black Mardimer Gambit. You get in really, really nice positions that are super
Okay.
easy, super straightforward, and tons of fun. And you making the initiative. You make the initiative. It's a ton of fun, and it's really, really aggressive.
Okay.
If you like to bully your opponent, gambits are the way. I only play most of
Okay.
the time. I play gambits because they're so much fun. I can let you play a few, and ask you what would be the best move and such. That could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we could.
Kind of like a puzzle, but then with like real players.
Right. I would like that. I would like. Why don't we do that now? Right. Like.
Yeah,
Just
sure. It could be
on the board,
like
sort of a
yeah,
clockless game against each other, and then like sitting and chatting and analyzing the position. I think that would be really comfy if you'd be okay
yeah,
teaching me that way.
absolutely. That'd be a lot of fun.
Okay.
I do want to note the most the things that I know are my repertoire. So outside of my repertoire, for example, the Queen's Gambit, I never get that position because I will never like I play gambits. If you play for example d4, I will play e5.
Right.
I play the England
That's
Gambit.
the England Gambit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'll play the Alban counter gambit after you've played c4. I'll play the Alban
Right.
counter gambit, which would be to play. Pretty sure it's d5 right now.
Right.
Pretty sure it's opposite, but yeah, you get the point.
Or is it?
I play gambits and try to make it as difficult as possible for the opponent. I get to have fun, and I'm making it difficult to bully my opponent.
Right.
But yeah, let's do it. Sounds like a lot of
Okay.
fun.
Yeah. Okay. So, obviously, opening starts here, and then
Yeah, if they don't
let's
take,
suppose
they can
you
go.
want-
They can expose into the French or the Corocan by simply just
Yeah.
playing pawn.
right, and then I've studied the French,
It's
so
the French.
like this
Exactly.
is-
Because I didn't study the French, I just play the exchange variation. Super simple.
Right.
Just takes knight to f3, bishop to d3. It's super simple, and then castle. Yeah,
Yeah, it
very
takes
simple
takes and-
chess.
yeah,
Yeah,
or-
just exchange variation. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna make it difficult if I haven't studied that. That's one thing you gotta remember. If you haven't studied something, you're gonna spend a lot of time in the opening, and you don't want that because time is a very valuable thing.
Right.
Especially with you specifically having 10 minutes. I usually play 3 minutes, but 10 minutes should be more than enough time to be able to figure out making it muscle memory, knowing what to do in the
Yeah.
position.
Yeah, like
Because the main goal for you is to know, like, get the better position, get a winning position in the game, or maybe get up a piece, or maybe a trap, or anything else.
yeah. And then
And what we
I
call that specifically, like in the mid game, tactical and strategic plans. Do you even know what they mean? Let's ask that first. Do you know what a tactical plan is or a strategic plan?
Yeah, I do. The idea you're choosing a target or you're choosing a side of the board and then developing your pieces with goals to attack weaknesses on that side. So, like, if there's a pawn chain, you're talking about, like, attacking the pawn chain. For example, if, like, in the Queen's Gambit, for example, so with this, like, with the Queen's Gambit, you're frequently, right, like, let's say you do something like this, and then what? Like, takes, and that now you're looking to eye the Queen's side and launch an attack here with a minority attack.
Yes, you're on the right plan, but one thing you're forgetting is a tactical plan. The difference between tactical and strategic is because a tactical plan involves immediate change or transformation in the position. Like it immediately happens. Like you strike the center, it immediately happens. And a strategic plan is a little slower. It's like a strategic plan is like what you would like to accomplish, you know? Like, for example, you want to trade off some pieces. You want to trade your opponent's light square bishop to weaken their king. You know, for example, they have catalyst their bishop, and then as black, you want to get rid of that bishop to make their king weaker and free up the right squares.
You're
be able to...
technical. Okay, in English, it's called tactical. It's called tactics.
Wow,
Yes,
2 years
I think.
already?
Pretty
Time
sure.
No,
flies
it's,
when
Okay.
you're
that is a
watching
strategic
owls.
plan
Ciao,
because a strategic
bellissimo.
plan is something that is long term.
Yeah.
Tactical is immediately. Strategic is long term.
Right. Thanks for the 2 years, Tolium Leo. Thank you.
God.
Welcome back in. But yes.
Yeah, let's play some games and see what we can come up with.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm very curious. Right, we play I now want to try the Blackmar Deemer, right?
You can also transpose into it, by the way, if you go 2 back and you
really?
start with e4. If you start with e4, for example.
Yeah.
And then the opponent plays a Scandinavian, d5.
Right. Yeah.
And then you just play d4. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's just Black
That's
Martimer
something.
again.
It's the same thing.
Mhm,
Same thing
mhm.
with the knights, because some people play the knights first. So if you play d4, they'll put the knight first. Because a
Yeah.
lot of people want to play, for example, the King's Indian defense. So you play d4, and then
Right.
your opponent, and then you're like, you play the move. It's very sneaky. You play the move knight to c3. The reason for
Okay.
knight to c3 is to prepare e4. And then your opponent's like, oh, they want to play e4? Oh, well, I'm going to play d5.
Right.
Because, so they'll play d5. And then you still play
And
it.
then you just play it anyway.
You still play it. Yeah, you just play it anyway. If they take with the knight, like that's an interesting one. If they take with the knight, you just takes, and then you play bishop to c5. c4.
Takes and then.
Then you play bishop to c4, the
Yep.
right one.
Or oh my god. Bleh,
Yeah,
C4.
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 And then you go for some kind of a queen attack on h5. Yeah, you that weak pawn. You're going for that weak pawn with
Mhm.
your queen to h5.
Right, yeah.
There's a
I'm
lot
just
of
thinking
tricks
about what it's threatening. And it's also
there's a lot of tricks. It's difficult to explain, but there's a lot of tricks.
Okay, so why don't we play it then? Why don't we play that position? Why not? Right? And then what if they
They can take, or
suppose
they
they
play the
take.
card con on the French. Yeah, taking is the most
Yeah.
popular move.
Okay.
Most people just take. They don't think about it. No.
Right, and
You
then-
play the
or
knight
no,
first. That is bad.
Right, yeah, knight
You play the
first,
knight
and
first.
then you force it. Yeah, then they'll try to protect the pawn, and then you advance here, right?
Yeah, and then if I don't take, you take them back. If I don't
Right.
take, you take them with the pawn.
Right. Okay.
And then you're happy. You've got the center. So that's
So what would so let's suppose they take, right? And I'm gonna try playing this. And then here I'm thinking I take with a knight, right?
Yeah, you take with the knight. You
Yep.
can take with the queen, but that gambits another pawn, and the computer is gonna hate you. The computer is gonna say, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Right. So how does it gambit another pawn that way? Oh, if you take with the queen.
Yes. It gambits the central pawn on d4.
Or
With their
right,
they'll
yeah,
take it
because
with
the
their
queen takes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you can mess around with that, but I don't recommend it, and the computer is gonna hate you. You can play a bishop to e3 after that take with the queen. But the engine will hate you so much.
Right.
It will say, "What are you doing? Something is wrong with you." Really
Understood.
but yeah, always stick with the knight.
Yeah.
Except if you were playing against like a
Rejoice.
really low-rated player where you can just do whatever,
Yeah. So let's play. I wanna play and see if
So
I
the best
can.
move for black right now is either what did we say again? What's the
You're
best move for
saying,
black right now?
Bishop G4, right? But that's
That is
one
not the best move.
idea.
I said
No,
that's
best
a
move.
line. I said that's a line.
Yeah, that's a line.
What is the
best
best move
move-
right now?
Best move here is, isn't it? It's not C6, is it? I'm thinking.
Nope, it's
wait,
not C6.
wait, wait,
That's
wait,
only
wait,
when the
wait,
bishop
wait,
gets
wait,
there
brain,
on the G2.
brain.
The best move for black. The best move.
Isn't the best move just going into the basically a King's Indian?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, because like this pawn is just going to block things up eventually, and then this is a terrible diagonal.
Multiple reasons, but the main I'll tell you the best move. The best move would be to directly, for black at least, to go for your pawn in the center. Directly strike for an attack. You play immediately c5. c5. No, c5.
C5. Okay.
Because they'll put if you play the knight out to c6, you can just push the pawn, and it's just bad for black.
Right.
So
And
now
then-
you also push the pawn now because
Right.
we wanna keep the center close. We wanna keep tension in the center.
Yeah,
Because of-
taking just ends up with a shitty
Yep,
queen
exactly.
trade.
Yep, and you can't
and-
castle anymore.
And then this pawn is just a huge target. Like you start attacking
Yep.
it with like e6.
Now
or-
most people would like develop their bishop before that push the pawn, but some people actually push the pawn, and you don't take that pawn. If that trade, you don't take that pawn. You will keep developing. So you put out your bishop to protect the pawn again. You're not gonna trade the pawn. You want to keep moving pieces, keep developing.
Right. So let's see. Developing here is tricky, but I could see this.
Exactly. You're taking all the space from black, and that's the thing with this opening. You try to what you
Yeah.
say. You try to bully people.
It eats up a
You're taking
tempo.
space. You're very far ahead in development, and you want to make usage out of it. So you don't want to trade. You want to keep the tension, and you want to keep moving pieces so you can make more advantage, build up more board state.
Right. So as black here, what would you play here? Were I in this position, right? If I'm playing against myself, I feel like the only move I really see here is d7 and knight to d7, because moving the bishop would be premature. You end up with the attack you were talking about.
You can trade the bishop, absolutely. But that is actually one of the most common moves. That's what I said. It's one of the most common moves to trade that bishop for the knight. But it's not good, but it's one of the most common moves. A lot of people just play the bishop to a lot of people play the bishop to, let's see. I would put it to f5, bishop to f5.
Yeah.
Or just trade off the knight. It can do, but it's just very difficult to play for black. That's the thing. It's a very difficult thing if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, there's not obvious. There's not obvious good moves.
There is not obvious good moves. So absolutely put the bishop out. But what I would do personally, I would just go for like the King's Indian and just simply play pawn to g6.
Yeah.
Right now, right here, I would do that personally.
Yeah, because now this pawn is off of the d4 square.
Yep. So I would do that personally, so you can have that diagonal, because it's a very, very good diagonal.
And then white at this point wants to support this pawn.
You can go there, but I recommend going to e2. The reasoning why is because we know that the enemy, that our opponent, we know that they're gonna castle short side, so we want to launch an attack. We know that they're gonna castle short side, so we're gonna start launching that attack. And our bishops, with playing bishop to e2, will both be looking towards the king side direction. Both of our bishops. So we're going to start that attack.
Gotcha.
It's very, very deep. It's very, very deep. And then
I get it though. And then
bishop to g7.
Yeah, of course.
And then you develop your own bishop. You put your bishop to f4, or against the knight. One of the two. Both are fine. Either to f4 or g5. No. The bishop. The bishop.
Oh, the bishop. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were that seems premature. I was a bit confused there for a second.
That does nothing.
Yeah, and then
simply keep developing
on here. Yeah, you know that they want to castle king side, so
if
like
pawn
even
there,
if
you just go one back. That's really good.
Yeah,
for you.
you go back and like
and if they push the pawn again, you just go one back again.
Right. Well, white's lost a tempo, but they've destroyed the king side defenses.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, the pawn structure is really bad for defense, and now I have like the queen and the bishop and a rook bearing down on this.
No, but also another reason. Let's see if you can find it. Let's see if Chet can find it too. What is the reason to play bishop to f4? What is the reason? You know, like if you look at the position, you know black is gonna castle.
Right.
You need to look at your opponent. What is my opponent doing? Monitor them. Like I said, monitor them. So you play bishop to f4. What is the goal for bishop to f4?
Well, this sort of starts eyeing the queen side a lot more.
There's another
now an attack
reason.
Here.
There's another reason. Let's see if you can find it. We talked about this earlier today.
Right.
The chat knows this. We talked about this earlier. It's a very, 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 very deep thing.
Let me think.
What is black's bishop doing right now? It has a really good diagonal, doesn't it? Looking at our knight, removing the protector of the d5 pawn. Why do we want to put our bishop to f4?
Because now this pins the knight to the bishop. If you play not e5.
There you go. Gressy got it. There you go. You put the queen behind it, so you trade off that bishop.
Okay.
Yep. You put the queen on d2, and then you play bishop to h6 to trade off that dark square bishop, because your dark squares are very weak right now.
Okay.
So you trade off that bishop. That's your goal right now. You should go for the battery. So you trade off that bishop, because that bishop is the opponent's bishop. You weaken the king side. That's first of all, you weaken the king side. Second of all, you take away that really good diagonal for the bishop on g7 for black.
Interesting.
it's very. These are what we call them, as we learned earlier. We call these strategic plans. These are strategic plans. They're slower, but they have a purpose. It's not a tactical plan because it's not immediate. It's a strategic and slow plan that we're gonna initiate. So we put the queen behind, and then we start getting rid of that bishop.
Does this not gambit the d5 pawn eventually? Because I could
No, because
see.
you can protect it because you castle alongside because you can attack.
Okay.
You castle
okay.
alongside and then you attack because if you castle alongside, because the reason of queen d2 is because you can cancel alongside as well. You can even extend the move. You can extend the move h6 with your bishop because you could just castle first. Perfectly fine. Nothing black can do. You castle first and then take the pawn. Couldn't I do that too? But there's multiple ways to play this.
Can you?
There's
Can you take the
multiple-
pawn?
yes.
Can you take the pawn? Because, like, hypothetically, right? Like, black
cannot
plays.
take the pawn.
What would black play? Like, a realistic move might be like d6, preparing to put the bishop on this diagonal to attack.
No, that just castle now. Like the best move right now for black would just to be castling because finish the development. Then you perfect, good. Now for black, I would get rid because black knows what you're doing right now. You have that battery. Black wants to trade queen, so I would play like e6 to with the pawn e6.
Yeah.
To trade off.
Looking to try to
trade because if you take, then you just trade.
Right.
So you don't like over there. You don't take. You push. Once again, we are keeping the tension in the center. Push. We are keeping it locked, keeping it closed. We're keeping that tension.
Right.
And
it's
now
still
for black is just black.
Yeah,
is
black
just,
is like what?
It's really hard
fuck?
to play, especially for a human. Really hard to play.
This square looks nice for the knight now. Finally, it's not being threatened. This pawn's advanced. It's not in the way of that pawn.
Okay, so for example, let's say a random move. Let's say bishop to d7, just developing the bishop.
Right.
And then you can just simply play h6, getting ready to trade off that that bishop, the good one.
Right. It
And
can't go
then
here
black
because of the
would-
pin. Like,
Yep,
black would
it
probably
cannot.
trade. There's not
Black
much
is not going to
there's
trade
No.
because
gonna just
then it
force
gets
it.
tempo. Because then you just move your queen because you're going to be the one who's going to be taking.
Yeah, I am.
Black should never take ever.
And then, well, black's
now
probably
bishop
going to
can
want
go
to try to.
c6. No,
think so?
because that's just
No. Okay.
Yep. Bishop to
Interesting.
c6. The reason why is to have that diagonal because of the weak g pawn.
Mhm.
The g pawn is very weak right now.
Right.
And
now,
whenever the thing is, whenever the knight moves of ours, we lose a g pawn, and our rook's under attack.
Right.
So
that
that's
doesn't
the
mean that
reason
we don't
why-
want to castle queenside.
Not yet. We have still our decision. We don't have to decide right away. We can castle kingside or longside. But that g pawn, that's the reason. It's the pin with the knight, so the knight can move. So the queen and the knight are not going to be able to attack. That's the reasoning for the move for black on c6. So let's say you take now. Black takes back with the king, and now you go longside, or you play h4 attack.
Right.
But
Continuing
h4
to
or
attack.
you castle, because the pawn on d6 is not a threat in any way. So you simply just start launching your attack on the king side. Look, the king side's super weak. Look at that. It's time to attack. Pawn up, pawn up.
Right. And then
Jump your knight to the center after you've moved. But so pawn up. Black could play. Black should develop their knight, so black could put their knight on d7.
Probably. Or
to get the
like
roots connected.
what a6
The problem
is
with that
also-
move. The problem with that
doesn't
move
really have a
is-
future.
Yeah, exactly. It's really hard to when you have this limited amount of space because this pawn is blocking some valuable squares. You want the knight to go to the other side of the board to protect your king. That's the thing. And on the other side, of the queen side, what is it gonna do there? What is it gonna do?
Right.
What's it gonna do on the queen side? Eventually, you're
there's
gonna
no
have to
idea.
attack their king. So you start moving, then you castle,
Mhm.
and then right now, black is just it's just really hard to play.
Probably here. And then you have the rook supporting the h pawn
Yep.
push, and now you have
Yep, and now you simply just
three
double up the
open
rooks.
files.
You put the rook on either. You could put it on. You could put an f1. You put,
Yeah, or
put
you
on
can-
g1. You can then have both the rooks targeting the king. Queen's ready to jump in.
Mhm.
All you have to do now is just start pushing those pawns and start attacking. queen jumps to the center. After you've traded the pawn on h4, your queen starts to join in, and there's no way to escape mate for
Right,
black.
the king's suffocated.
Eventually.
The rook's not helping. This rook is all the way stuck in the corner. This queen has like 2 squares that it can go to, and neither of them are protecting the king. Like maybe,
Mm-hmm.
like I can see if the queen starts attacking here, I feel like you just
It
king to
doesn't do anything.
b1, and
Yeah, exactly.
then that's
And you
it.
don't even need to do king to b1 because your pawn is protected by the
It
knight
is, yeah,
on
that's
c.
true.
Yeah.
And this knight probably isn't going to be making it over to the king side for a hot minute because it doesn't have any square. So you're going to
Nope,
be
it doesn't.
attacking with the bishop,
So
the
now it's
knight,
just
the queen,
attacking.
and the rooks.
So h6 for black. If I don't
Yeah.
play h6, you just win because you just h6. And then you could either there's 2
cute.
things you can do. You're cute. Oh my god, I wanna. You're adorable. God. So black over here can. So we can push the h pawn, or we can. I mean, there's 2 things. We can try to get our knight to the center by developing. I mean, I would just play h5, start attacking h5
Right,
with the pawn.
because h5, if they take, then the
I can't
king's
take.
open.
If
Yeah,
I
they,
take, it's horrible. So they have to push. 100%.
yeah,
They'll push.
yeah. I just want to play it out to see why, right?
Yeah, that push.
Um,
Oh yeah, if you want to play it out.
yeah,
okay.
if
So if I
they take, then
queen to f4,
like queen,
have fun. Queen to f4.
yeah, and now this is crumbling.
Yep.
You have
Get ready
the,
to
let's see.
I mean,
I'm just
what
I'm looking at where the attack is.
the reason why you play f4 is to play g3. G3 check.
Hmm. Right, yeah. Bringing it around, and now you have like the queen barreling down.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, it's literally almost mate. That as well. It's literally almost mate.
Because you
For
have
example,
what, bishop to d3, and then
Yep, exactly. Exactly. It's
Mhm.
all opened up. It's all opened up. So all you have to do, swipe the queen over, get the bishop on that diagonal, perfect diagonal with wonderful open squares.
yeah,
The knight jumps to the middle, and then you just go for the kill.
right up here.
You could even sack your rook. It's just really, it's almost impossible for black.
Right, yeah. You get rid of every last defender, and then that's it.
Yeah, you can simply just get rid of the defender. You can. There's a sack rook in here somewhere. Not right now, but if black makes a wrong move, you can just sack your rook and you can just win.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, if you take and then rook to
Not now.
h1,
Not now.
yeah, there's
Yeah, that
even
that
then
too,
that's
exactly. And
well,
then
then
if
the
I
other
move,
knight comes in.
yeah, and
but
if I move the knight from after taking your rook, then you just have queen to h6 checkmate. And,
Right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So you get it?
There are a lot of avenues toward checkmate in here.
But what I would do first before for example, I let's say, for example, black plays, I don't know,
One-
e8 with the queen. I don't know.
Right, yeah. Just fucking trying.
Trying to stay alive.
Right.
Now you just what about, let's see, you can just jump with the knight forward first. You could jump with the knight.
I'm thinking.
Yes, you jump with
Yeah,
the
up
knight
here.
forward.
I was just kind of eyeing this move because, like, if takes, then
So you're taking more squares away first.
so yeah.
So you're taking more squares.
And then
go
if takes,
perfect.
we just recapture.
If takes,
Yeah.
it's just automatically winning because now there's 2 pieces staring at the h5 pawn. So then
Yeah.
it's just. And let me remind you, the pawn on e2 is still looking at that h5 pawn as well. So it just takes, and it's just pretty much over. And the knight is pinned by the queen, as you can see, so you
Yeah.
can just take now. So
Yeah, now
it's just
this pawn's
honestly
done.
just over. It's just game
Mhm.
over. If, for example, look at the engine right now. I think it's just over. Like I think
Yeah,
maybe,
it's
maybe
over.
there's like a
It's
date
done.
already. Yeah,
Not quite, but
but it's
there's
just
a
it's just
clear
so bad
material
for-
advantage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Positional, yeah. It's just absurd. Yeah, the pieces don't matter if they're not actually like participating in the main
Exactly.
fight.
If we're not participating in the fight, the pieces really do not matter. You can be down 2 rooks, but if you're about to get checkmated, it does not matter.
Yeah,
a
it doesn't
single
matter.
thing.
Like black has a 2-point at material advantage right now, and it just does not matter in the slightest.
It's just so horrible after, and this all comes from our original plan, which was to simply trade off that dark square bishop, weakening the king side. It all came from that strategic, slow plan.
Right.
So it builds up into the late game. We get this amazing positional advantage, and we push it throughout the game, and then we just have an easy win forward.
Right,
As long
and
as you
we
don't
had
blunder your queen or something.
right, yeah, and we had the time for that specifically because we took so much space away from black that any sort of development took extra
they're gonna have
tempo.
to think. They're gonna have to think and use their time,
Yeah,
like you do.
yeah. That's usually my problem.
Yeah. So they're gonna have a lot of time spent thinking. It's pretty straightforward, as you can see. It's straightforward what you need to do as white.
Right. Yeah, I see. And then you can really play off of the clock in that way.
Mm-hmm. We don't even need to play off the clock.
Terrifying.
We're gonna be able to checkmate very soon.
Terrifying.
It's just crumbling position.
Right. I'm self-conscious to play now because I'm like, I'm not going to be able to execute on the first game or two.
No,
Like,
it's okay.
it's
That's the thing of learning. This is how we learn. And we learn through failure. I used to play chess tournaments in Germany a very long time ago. I've lost really hard against an IM, international master.
Yeah.
I lost really hard against a rat opening. I've never seen it or studied it, so it was pretty bad. But I learned that after that, I learned to practice, just have fun. It's not always about winning. It's about having fun. It's about if you don't know what you're doing, just learn. You'll be able to learn and figure out new things. And after that, I learned. I talked with him. We had a nice little conversation. Wow, you played so good. You teach me blah blah blah, all that stuff. And he teach me a few things here and there.
Oh, nice.
So it goes one way or another,
And I
Chess should
appreciate
get
you
us
taking the
together.
time for me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's supposed to be a fun game. So, you ready to go into the real game?
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, it's called the ret opening. It's really funny. I never knew it. It's if you go back all the way to the start.
Yeah.
Opening position.
Bonk. Yeah.
Yeah, play whatever. It
So,
doesn't matter. It's specific. It's
yeah.
with black. No. You play. No.
Oh,
You
okay.
play d6. D6 with black. Anything with white.
Okay.
D6 with black.
This?
And then anything with white. Just e4.
Okay.
And then e6 with black. E6.
E6. Yeah.
It's the rat opening.
It's the
See,
rat.
Even the analysis doesn't know it. That's
funny,
how unknown
yeah.
it is.
It's not. Yeah. It's not even
Not even
analyzed at
opening.
all.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
called
God.
the rat opening. As you can see, it's a real rat opening.
So it just wants you to play really boring.
Tight, boring and
Yeah.
tight. Yeah, I don't really recommend the modern openings for people. Don't play the boring standard modern openings because they're very difficult to play, and they just get very strategically time consuming, as I call it.
Right. Yeah, you have to take a bunch of time analyzing and trying and making sure that you're not making missteps.
Absolutely. Let's see.
Interesting. How do you counter the rat? Now I'm curious.
I don't know. I
You don't
mean,
know?
it should be it should be obvious. It's just whoever makes the positional mistakes or just in general the
Right.
inaccuracies in the position or the bad moves, and then because for white this is super simple. Bishop's out, knight jumps to the center.
Well, I mean, you could just transpose
No,
into
no, you
the French advance, right?
No, but you just take
Advanced
because it's better for
variation.
you. Because after take takes, then you just lose your queen and lose your castling rights.
Oh yeah, GG.
So
I'm not
what
paying.
are
I'm
you
not paying
doing, Brett?
attention. I'm not paying attention.
Oh my god.
This is fine.
No, that's
This is
no.
all right.
No, that's bad. Oh my god, you're actually trolling. Oh my god.
No, you just develop at this point.
You just develop. This is great for white. You have all the position.
Yeah.
The space. That's what we call it. The space.
Hmm.
Because that's what you fight for. You fight for the center and
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, I mean, like, at this point, you just fucking this. Is develop, and then maybe you start eyeing the backwards F pawn if you're feeling spicy. Like,
But
you
yeah,
just
one
launch a
little
king
tip.
side attack with this.
One little tip for everyone. If you don't know what to do, go to a puzzle. Click on puzzle.
Okay.
On the second thing.
Here?
Yeah, puzzle. Click on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
Ignore the
played puzzles.
position.
I'm
Ignore
like
the
at
position.
1900.
Doesn't really matter. It's, for example, you don't know what to do here. For example, I don't know what to do. What move should I make? And you spend a lot of time on that. The first thing you should always ask yourself: checks, captures, and attacks.
Yeah.
You will be looking for forcing moves, forcing sequences. So, like I said, checks, captures, and attacks. So, can I check the king? Can I capture anything? Can I attack any weak structure or weak pawn, or weaken my opponent's structure? That's the first thing you think about if you don't know what to do. Because a lot of people don't know what to do in chess. They're just like, no. Those are the first three things you gotta think about.
My
What's the
elo
My elo
is my elo is about 1600 on Lee chess, so like pretty mediocre. But slushy here is about 2100.
Yeah, about 2100
Yeah.
is my peak. And that is also over the board, by the way. I've played tournaments in Germany. It was a lot of fun. What's my prime?
So just eyeing things here. On its surface, this blunders the queen, but this rook is trapped. And then, like, if knight here, rook takes, and then, like, no matter what, you're winning this rook, and you're up material.
Let me see. I haven't actually looked at the position.
Yeah. Because the check doesn't work here because the square is covered.
That is true. Yeah, Germany. Let me quickly, give me a second. There. There's a lot of different lines that you can go through.
Yeah, like there are a few that I'm seeing.
Yeah, you. I mean, honestly, that doesn't even sound too bad going to C2, but I don't think that's the right move. But
Probably not.
At first glance, trading your queen for two rooks are always better than a queen. And you're asking, Slushy, why? It's quite obvious. The queen is a very valuable piece. You can keep attacking the queen with your two rooks. You can keep up the pressure with two rooks. A queen cannot. It's called overfloating a piece. It can't defend everything. The queen is not going to be able to defend every single piece. Two rooks are going to be able to attack one pawn, and the queen cannot defend that. It's overloaded. That's what we call it. It's overloaded.
Yeah, overloaded.
So 2 rooks is always worth more than a queen. Or 3 minor pieces for the queen, always worth more. 3 minor pieces, which is the bishop or the knight. So if you can trade off your queen for 2 bishops and a knight, do it. You will win the game. Just coordinate your pieces very well, and you will find success. 100%.
I'm going to bet that this is the right move. Nope.
No, it's not. I don't just. Why did you make the move?
There goes my rating.
Oh my god!
Because I thought it was funny. Because it was funny.
That is not the move.
It was funny.
Oh my god. It
I don't
was
give a
funny,
shit about
though,
my puzzle
absolutely.
rating.
The best move is, I already found it. It's Oh, it's quite obvious. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Why didn't I see that earlier? Actually, no, wait, that doesn't. Wait, it doesn't work because of that. Oh, never mind, it doesn't.
Yeah, we're at 1893. These are some serious puzzles.
Just give me a sec. I'm thinking. But
Yeah,
I thought it
now
worked,
I'm
but it
kind of
doesn't because
invested in this puzzle.
The D1 square still gets protected, because I was thinking about. I was thinking specifically, like, what if you go to F3 with the knight? F3 with the knight, but then the queen takes, and then the rook's back, because maybe a back rank checkmate somewhere. But I forgot that the queen is still protecting.
Yeah, it's protecting that square.
The D1 square.
Exactly. It's not quite working there.
Still protecting the D1 square. Let's see. What is chat thinks? Chat, what do you think? Let's see if I can find it.
I don't have a lot of chess players in my chat.
Yeah, chess is a very versatile game, but I'm pretty sure everyone at least played chess once with their grandpa or their dad, you know.
One possibility Is it possible to trap the queen? Because the queen,
No,
like, both of these squares
there's
are
too many safe
covered.
squares. There's too
Yeah,
many safe squares.
there's... well, actually, well,
You cannot trap the queen.
well, I mean, this square is covered. Like, if you go pawn to g6, this square... Okay, this square is covered, this square is covered.
Yeah.
This square isn't covered. This one is, this one is, this one is, this one is. There are only 2 squares for the queen here.
Yeah, but after that, they can move and have more squares free.
Yeah,
After they have repositioned their queen, that's what I'm talking about. They will reposition their queen, and then there's just more squares to go. So it's definitely not. I'm pretty sure it's a checkmating pattern somewhere, but it's pretty. This is like normal elo for me. This is the players I play against the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still analyzing the position because the thing is, these kind of puzzles, when they're higher rated, that will take more time because you're gonna analyze the position, and
Right.
most of these puzzles are actually 7 moves long. So you gotta think 7 moves ahead. I'm not saying like, oh, do this, do that, 2 moves, and then checkmate. No, if it's 1900, it's 7 to 8 moves, thinking ahead of, hey, this, that, then that, and that, and then, oh, then I have a positional advantage or a small material advantage of 1 or 2 pawns. You know,
Right.
it's not easy always, especially not in. So let's see.
The only, like, there aren't a lot of like, you would think with not a lot of candidate moves that this wouldn't be so hard. God, what the hell?
Oh wait, no, I see it, I think. Wait, no, but that, huh? Wait, if they're... Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, never mind. It's you push the queen away. You push the queen from g6. You push the queen from the square, so you can threaten the knight to get a back rank checkmate with the queen on d1. So you're threatening the queen back. So if the queen goes back, now you play h5, and then white is forced because all this. Oh my god, it's really
Wait, back up.
All the white squares will be taken, and that means that white is forced to sacrifice a rook for the knight because of the back rank checkmate, because you can
here. Is that what you're eyeing?
Yes. You go h5 because
Yeah.
then the queen can't stay on the light squares, and then you just win the game because the back rank checkmate if I don't trade the rook for the knight. Because if they go off, for example, you just play e2. If they for example make a queen move, you just play e2. You just win because after queen takes d1, you just win. So it's not about getting the queen stuck. It's about getting the queen off the light
squares. Yeah, so it's not protecting the rook.
Yep.
Remove
And
the
then
defender.
the queen can go and
Chase the defender away.
It's very deep. It's deep shit. That's what makes these puzzles so difficult. But yeah, we did it. Let's go! Yay! Even though you lost, you should hit the funny move with c2.
Just to win stellar advice from a pro.
Wait, I wonder what the computer says. Go back. I want to see what he says about c2. I'm curious.
Yeah, sure.
So play c2.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, c2. Oh yeah, knight to c2.
Knight. Yeah, play it. And
wait, what does this do?
Take
because takes.
Back, and then play that move. Why wouldn't you take the... Wait, take with the knight. I get it, because you trap the rook. You trap the yeah, I get it.
Yeah, now the knight's trapped.
You'll lose a knight. Yeah, that explains.
Because
if it's 2 rooks for the queen, it's good, but you will lose 2 rooks and a knight.
And a knight and a
pawn. The knight
probably.
And the yep eventually.
Yeah, and then this pawn is hanging.
And
or no, it's not. No, it's not. Excuse me.
You're undeveloped as well, so you gotta get that going.
Okay. Okay, I get it.
But yeah, we found it. I mean, I found it. You're doing great, Fred. I'm so proud of you.
I'm not doing great. I'm making a bunch of silly. I'm making a bunch of very silly suggestions.
You're learning it, and that's a very hard thing to do. You're acknowledging what to improve on, and that's very respectful. And you are going to improve from this a lot. Throughout your journey.
We'll see.
But yeah, like you said, we should probably go into a game now and see and explore. If you can see what is the best move is, because like I said earlier, knowing what to do, a strategy, coming up with a strategy, making a plan. That is what a lot of people struggle with, and that's what I spend the most time on.
Yeah. So I'll play white, I suppose. In this case.
Oh, you want to play an actual game? I thought you meant
Yeah,
like
you want to play an actual game together?
I could play against you. I will. Honestly, you know what? Let's play a 1v1. Invite me to
Yeah,
a
let's
game.
do it. Let's do it. Let me.
I will make blunders on purpose, and I want you to see them.
No, don't
okay?
do that.
Yes,
Don't do
I want you to see them because a lot of people in lower elos make blunders, and I don't see them. So I will make blunders on purpose, and I want you to see them. Okay.
Okay. You want to just do what 10-minute increment, I suppose, or
I
10
play
minutes?
normally 3 minute, but yeah, we can do that. you can give time odds.
Nice.
I can do.
Casual.
Put it on 2 minutes. Put it on 3 minutes, and I'll give you like some time.
Okay.
I'll give you up to 10 minutes. It's fine.
Okay.
Do casual, no rated.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're playing with the white pieces.
Yep. Okay, let's go. Shit.
You already don't know what to do? You already don't know what to do?
I'm scared. Like,
okay, yes. Taking is the best move. So I'm threatening to take it back. I want my pawn back.
Yep.
I want my pawn back. Give it back to me.
Then
Give it back to me.
and then
But you got to protect the pawn again.
yeah, if I not necessarily,
How do you protect
but
it?
probably just like that's the only one. That's the only reasonable move that I'm
You
seeing.
looked about this move. What does this do? Ooh.
Well, I mean, this attacks the pawn. It also attacks the bishop.
Yep. So the best move would be.
The best move would be probably just. Well, I can't move the bishop back. I have to deal with this threat.
The bishop is hanging. And the pawn
bishop's hanging. The pawn's hanging. The way you deal with this is. Do you even deal with it?
Yes, you deal with it. Otherwise, you lose your bishop or your pawn. So you have to make an action. Like this is the thing with gambits. You spend a lot of time now because you've never seen this before.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, now this is where you spent the time. You got to try to see like, hey, what is my opponent threatening and how can I defend it?
Right.
So what am I threatening and how can you defend it? So the most valuable piece is the bishop.
Yeah.
Not the pawn. So the best move would be.
I mean, what? Just move the bishop back? No.
Yes, absolutely.
Is it? Yeah.
If you don't move the bishop back, it's just it's horrible. You move the bishop back.
All the way back.
That is the best move. You put it back to d2. To d2.
D2. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is the best move. So you've protected your bishop and you're attacking my queen.
Right, but so then I lose the pawn, right?
Yeah, the pawn is you will lose the pawn anyway. But it's actually theory-wise, because this is all theory. Theory-wise, this is good. Like this is good, better for white theory-wise.
Right, because.
But if you don't know what you're doing, because it's a gambit, you are going to get obliterated.
Okay.
So now I'm threatening your rook. How do you protect the rook?
Well, bishop to c3 is. Yeah, bishop to c3 is the only move that I'm seeing here that does everything I need.
Well, then do bishop to c3.
Knight. Yeah. Okay.
So the thing is with bishop c3 is you didn't think of other possibilities and other things that your opponent could do. That's one thing I notice. You focus on what you're doing yourself, but you're not monitoring what I am doing. You see the piece, you see the that I'm attacking the rook. That is good, but you haven't monitored that I can pin
bishop
to your king, and now you're in some serious trouble.
Right.
Now you're in some really serious trouble.
Right, because the rook's just gone now.
Yep. The rook's just gone now. So we can go back. I can do take back turns. I'm pretty sure. I can take another turn back.
Okay.
So think about the things you're going to be doing. Like, what is black doing? What is black's plan? Okay, black's taking my pawn. My rook is hanging. I gotta
right, and I need to keep in mind all of the pieces that are coming into the attack.
The bishop can the bishop of black on f8 can attack. oh wait, if I play my bishop there, then he just pins my bishop to my king. Oh, then he takes my rook. Oh, that's not smart. Oh, let's just play knight to c3.
Knight c3, right? That
Because
was the
then
other candidate move I was seeing.
Yes. Then you protect your rook and you prepare the move b1.
Discovered,
move
yeah.
b1 to kick the queen out. So now I will do the same thing. I will pin. I will do the same thing.
And then this runs into no, yeah, bishop. So rook to b1 is
So
one.
what is
candidate.
the best move for white now?
Rook to b1 is a candidate because it skewers the queen to the bishop. This pawn's protected. That's one possibility. There's nothing like there are no more pieces that can really come into this for black. Another
There's
possibility.
no more pieces that can come in.
Right.
Absolutely.
Another possibility that I'm seeing is a threat here. Knight to c5 ends up with a fork on c7. All right, knight to d5 ends up with a fork on c7. So that's one possibility. But the queen
Knight to
is
d5,
too tasty here. It's just a possibility in the future, but it's not necessarily the right move. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look right.
Now. It isn't right. Absolutely not. Don't play that. But later, yes, absolutely. Like later, but you got to think about like usually what I recommend is to think 2 to 3 moves ahead. If you're new to the game or known, you got to do.
I think I see
2 to
it.
3 moves ahead.
Knight to a4.
No.
Knight to a4. No.
Nope.
What is that? Bad. What is that?
It is not good. It is not. It doesn't do anything. What's the point of what's the point of knight to a4? Because yes, you're attacking my queen, but I just take with check. I take your bishop with check, and then I move my queen out. I move my queen out of the way after bishop takes with check.
Rook to b1 is the only one that I see right now, which runs into queen to a3.
That is the best move. That is.
It runs into queen to a3, and then rook to b3 does not trap the queen. It can get out of the way.
It does not.
No.
You're over analyzing it, so try to.
Oh really?
What I usually do. How do I explain this? It's like. The process is coming up with an idea. So your idea is rook to b1, right?
Right.
You come up with an idea, and then you find a negative side on it, like a negative verdict with it. And then you either fix it or you discard it. So if, for example, there's 5 good things about rook to b1, but there's one bad thing, then it's just not good. Just don't do it. Just be gone.
Right.
So you try to like have a move and see if there's nothing bad with that move. It's perfect. The pawn is protected on a2. I cannot take the rook. You kick my queen out. You also threaten to take my bishop on b4 if I ever move my queen off protecting my. Like, there's a lot of things going on. But now there's 2 things I can do. I can either play a variation where I trade my queen for 2 minor pieces and a pawn, or I move the queen back. Which one do you want to go in?
Moving the queen back seems the most human.
That is the most human, but I like the queen take. It's taking 2 pieces and a pawn for the queen. It's really fun.
So here.
So right here, you're already much better than black because so you fell for it the first time, but now you're not going to fall for it again. But now it's completely winning for white. Like this is +2 for white minimum. The computer will say +2 for white, or at least +1. But I'm pretty sure it's +2, maybe even +3.
Okay. Though I don't see why, because black is the pawn structure is okay, but like
you have
black
an open file for your rook.
You
have an open file for your rook. All your pieces are already developed. Look, you have 3 developed minor pieces. I have 2, and 1 is even hanging if I move my queen. So eventually, I'm gonna have to trade it off.
Right. Is there really no escape for the queen though? Because
the queen can get stuck, but I know the main line where it doesn't get stuck, obviously. But
so
what move would you make right now? But what would be your go-to move?
My initial
because I'm
thought
threatening
is,
to take your knight now. I'm threatening to take your knight and then take with check, so you lose a minor piece.
Right.
That's my threat right now.
My thought is knight to b5 because it forks the queen on a3 and the pawn on c7. Um, and then, yeah,
I
that
like your idea, but you forget that I can take with check. Once again, I can take the bishop on
no, I
d2
see
with check,
that,
and
but
then I just move my queen to protect the c pawn.
I see.
So
So what, at this
I just
point,
move my
is it
queen
just
immediately. So
is
it's
it
a bad
just
move.
rook to b3 just allows the queen to escape?
Rook to b3 is the best move. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Is
Rook
it?
to b3. Yeah, the reason why is because you first of all you develop your rook. Second of all, you attack my queen, and you get rid of that pin. You get rid of the pin
Mhm.
on c3 with the knight, because I'm threatening to take it, take your knight, you take back,
Right.
and then I take with check, and then I'm just up a piece.
Right.
You are gonna remove my queen from me attacking on the knight on c3, and you kick my queen out because there is no way to trap my queen right here.
Mm.
And then you're defending the knight, and you're kicking out my queen, so it's perfect. And you're developing your rook in very early stages of the game.
Mm.
So right
Okay.
now, I could go back with my queen to the a5 square, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
I could protect my bishop again, but my bishop is protected by the knight, so I'm just gonna scroll back. I'm gonna go back over here to attack the pawn on e5. This is already
Right.
like all bad for black, by the way. This is if your opponent knows what they're doing, the England gambit is bad. But you didn't know what you were doing. You've already fell for the trap earlier, twice.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
now you know what to do against it
Mm-hmm.
and make advantage out of it. So now I'm threatening the pawn on e5 with my knight and my queen. What's your next move? Now you need to just develop. Now it's just basic chess. Develop.
Right. Well, the only piece that hasn't been developed yet is my bishop, so I imagine something along the lines of pawn to e3.
Yeah, you can. That is good. Because I remember one thing you don't see. I cannot take the pawn, because if I takes, my bishop is hanging.
Right.
After c takes e5, and
Yeah.
then you take back with the knight, and then I take the pawn, my bishop's hanging because the knight is no longer protecting b4.
Right.
So you're completely fine. Perfect move. e3.
Mm. Okay.
And then ready to develop that bishop. Now for black, it's just really bad because England Gambit, if your opponent knows what they're doing, it's just bad. You're fucked. So, I will simply just, what I would do, since it's already fucked anyway, I would probably just, I'll probably just gambit the pawn and get my king to safety.
Right, and then
So now
this
you
is
just
where
take.
I trade
Now
off
you
the
just
pawn,
take.
yeah,
You just take.
at this point. And I'm probably just... Well,
You're much
could be
better.
annoying. I could be annoying. Bishop to c4 stops you from castling. Delays you even further.
That is a good move. That is a good move. There you go. Then, in response to that move, there's one thing I can do. I could play d5. It's double protected. You have two attackers. I have two protectors, so it's completely fine. So I'm gonna kick that bishop away. Let me quickly. Yeah. That for takes. So I will get rid of that pin because I'm like, no, don't do that. I want to castle.
Right.
Like, leave me alone. I want to castle.
Right.
So now you move it back, but that is good. You do great because you forced me. Remember,
Yeah.
you forced me to play d6. I had
Yeah.
to play d6 because I want to castle. I want to get my king to safety. It's not in a good space.
Yeah, and that pawn isn't going to be protected by anything other than a piece until that c6 knight moves, so that's a potential
This pawn on
vulnerability.
d6 is super weak. This pawn on d6 over here is a really weak pawn right now.
Mhm.
Very weak, and your rook is just staring at everything. So right now, I've never had this position because I don't play this in my elo anymore because it's just bad.
Right.
But you fell for it twice.
I did,
but
yeah.
I think I would just...
I feel kind of embarrassed. I feel like I should be better.
It's a cheap trick. There's a lot of tricks in chess, mostly gambits, such as a few to name that most people know. The Stafford Gambit, of course, by Eric Rosen, the England
Right.
Gambit, Icelandic Gambit, the Jerome Gambit, the Portuguese Gambit, the Belgrade Gambit. A bunch of fun gambits. But some gambits are easy to equalize, and other gambits are just bad. They're one tricks. We call them one tricks for a reason. They work once. You've done them once.
Right.
They're not gonna work again against the
Right.
same person.
Right.
But there are other gambits that you can always equalize and still have a good position and still work from there.
Right.
But yeah, there were all there's a Hikaru made a video about that, and he said like one tricks, tons of tactics, good, extremely good, godly. You know, like he will tell you like, hey, these are one trick, like only ones, and there's also like horrible gambits that are just bad. Don't play them.
Right.
Okay, so let's see. What would I do here? I would. Then you have that. Let's see if you see it. I'm gonna play it and let's see if you see it.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna put an extra defender to the pawn on d5 since I made it very weak now. So I'm gonna put an extra defender on that pawn.
Right.
But I'm also weakening my b7 pawn at the moment.
Right. Yeah.
There's a few moves here for
Yeah.
white. There's a few moves. What your main idea should be right now is to try. Don't let me stabilize. Like keep the pressure
Right.
on.
Yeah.
Make
No.
moves
I'm.
that do something. Make moves that attack something, checks, captures, or attacks.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the main thing. If you're ahead in development or everything's going great, you strike. You strike black. You strike.
Right.
That's the first thing.
Well,
Take
the
your
first thing
advantage.
I the
Because if
first
black
thing I see
stabilizes,
is
then yeah.
the first thing I see is knight to g5, threatening the bishop, but also double attacking the h7 pawn. There's two attackers and one defender. But then the bishop, like where can the bishop go? The bishop could go to g4, which I can kick away with a pawn.
Yeah, but it's just very bad g4. It's just
Yeah.
horrible. Looks horrible. But
Yeah.
yeah, great idea. But now, yeah, perfect. You got to make moves quickly.
Yeah,
You
just gotta
gotta
make
think
something.
and be like, yeah,
It looks nice, and I don't see another square for that bishop, and you don't have any immediate attacks. So I just gotta make the move for the time I have.
yes, absolutely. So I'm about to make like a. The thing is, for right now, specifically black, because people are not gonna play c6. It's a bad move. I mean e6, my bad. E6. People aren't gonna play e6. It's a bad move. But I wanted to see if you can spot it because this is educational. So you spotted it. That's a great move. There's a few things black can do, and it's all bad. This all ends up bad.
Right.
I can move my bishop back, and also you don't want to take the pawn on h file because that opens. Don't do that. Don't
Opens
take
up the
H
road,
pawn.
yeah.
And also protected by it's double protected by the knight on f6. Remember, the knight on f6 is still looking at it. So you have two attackers, but I have two protectors.
Yeah.
And you open my file. So what I would do right now, it would probably be something along the lines of, it's all really bad.
Yeah, I'm
But I'm going
forcing another
to.
tempo.
This is gonna look really bad,
Okay.
but there's not much that I'm seeing right here that I
You've already won the game.
Yeah, I would go here. I know it looks really weird, but what else can I do? Like, to be honest, I can move my knight back, but then what? Like I wanted to castle, but now I'm moving my king over there because first of all you're gonna have to take, so my king is in the center. If you don't take, I'll put my knight. I'll put my rook on the d8 and then move my king back to safety.
Right.
The thing is, how do I protect my pawn? I can't. I'm not gonna move my knight back to d8. It looks super awkward. It's really awkward. It's really awkward. So now I'm just gonna take. It looks really weird.
Right.
But the thing is, you cannot attack my king right now. So I
No.
see the position. You cannot attack my king. I mean, you can. You can give the check on g4, which I would do because you get your queen out. And there's another thing that you can do with it. You get an extra attacker on the
Wait,
b4
G4?
bishop.
But your knight protects that square.
Oh fuck! Oops. I forgot my knight too. See, we're all humans. Perfect. Okay, never mind. Take that back. Now you just castle. I mean, I don't see anything else. Just castle.
Yeah, I don't see much either. Meh.
Get your king to safety. Everything is protected. I still need to develop. My king is in the center. I still need to develop. I have an isolated pawn on d5. Like, this is how you analyze the position. Other people would probably be like, "Oh, the queen and bishop are attacking these and that." No, I'm just horribly worse. I'm just horribly worse.
Mhm.
So what I'm gonna do right now is a small tactical thing. Actually, fuck, I can't do that. Never mind. I need to protect it first. If they're there. I'm still trying to win, even though the I'm still trying. I'm still gonna make it hard for you. Seeing if you can win from a dead loss position from black.
Converting
make
a
a
win
very-
is tricky.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to. We're gonna go there. I'm gonna take the open
Okay.
file, move my king to safety. That's
Right.
priority number 1 for black right now.
Right.
I can't do anything on the queen side. I'm pretty cooked. Means like I'm stuck. I'm cooked. I'm stuck. Can't do anything. No tricks. There's no
Slushled.
tricks over here.
You're slusholded.
Oh my god, I love morning chai. Hi, chai.
Hi, Chai.
How you doing?
Chai is good. We appreciate Chai.
We love chai. I miss them.
My immediate thought. So right now I need to start pressing.
You want to
with-
attack. You
with-
want
yeah,
to attack.
with the king open, my first thought is F4. Like I can start launching an attack with the rook behind that
Yeah.
pawn.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with that. Probably not the
yeah.
most favorable engine move, but nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I see. Like just looking at other candidate moves. Knight to b5 threatens knight takes on c7.
Yeah, you can
though
also
no, it
just,
doesn't. That square is protected.
Yeah, you should keep
but-
it easy and just put your rook on the open file as well, because then you get the threat of pushing the pawn.
Yeah, or the semi-open file.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get the semi-open file. Now I will move my king out of danger.
Right.
My king is getting moved out of danger.
And now now I have a
So
few
now you
possibilities.
gotta what a lot of people struggle with is when you have the advantage, trying to keep that advantage and accelerate it to winning the game. And that's where a lot of people struggle, where they're like +3 during the mid game and then closely go into the end game, it slowly becomes less. +3 to +2 to +1 and then equal
Right.
again. And then it's because you're missing certain opportunities or certain moves or certain, all that stuff.
Yeah. Queen to
So,
f3
yeah,
is
you
my
can do
thought
that.
because it brings the queen into the attack. It supports an attack, puts pressure on the d5 pawn, pins the knight to the king, and also supports a pawn push on e4.
Yes, but you have to remember, what is black gonna do now? There's one move for black that actually is really good right now,
Yeah,
and
it's knight.
you've
It's
given me it.
yeah, knight to e5.
Yes, correct. And you should have thought about that.
Yeah.
So I thought about that. Now you're actually this is the thing. Now you're making black equalize. You're making me equalize into the game again. I was out of this game a long time ago. You are far ahead, +3 or +4 for the computer. But now you've given me a tempo. I can get to push my c pawn again. I get my tempo. I get to push my c pawn, protect my pawn on d5. Because now I will just simply play c6 for myself and then put the queen back to c7. Yeah, I'm safe, and the position is perfectly equal again.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. You've messed up. You've been
GG.
pinned. You've been pinned and fucked 3 times in sideways.
Maybe I shouldn't be playing chess on stream yet.
No, you're doing
Maybe
great.
this was a
You're-
mistake.
No,
Maybe this was a mistake.
No, you're doing great. Seriously, you're learning extremely quickly. You're seeing the moves immediately, but you're doubting them. It's a doubt. You're doubting your own moves. That's the thing, and that comes with muscle memory. And yes, but see what I mean? Now you've just moved it back and forward. So it's just,
Yeah, I know.
what have you
I had to
accomplished?
give up the tempo. I had to get I didn't
Yep.
have much choice. I had to give up the
And
tempo.
now I'm just gonna
Yeah.
let's see. How can I punish you more? I'm simply just gonna.
Well, I don't know how I doubted myself when I knew that
I'm
when I was
stabilizing
making
my
the move
d5
that.
pawn.
Mhm.
Yeah. So when you made that move, think of what will black do after my move.
Right.
That's all you gotta think of. What will black do after I make? Because I made this move c6, and I think, what is white going to do? What is white going to do? So now you've played
Yeah.
this move, and I know I'm just gonna
Yep.
take. And then after that, I'm going to. It might look really weird, but I'm going to play e7 for multiple reasons. I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to find out yourself. But I'm first of all, I want to double up my rooks, and then there's 2 more reasons, but I'll tell you that later.
Let's see. Fuck it. I need to make a move.
I mean, that just blunders a pawn.
Yeah. I need to make moves. That's my problem right now.
Yeah.
I'm out of time.
You've had over 10 minutes. I'm giving you like a lot of time.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So pushing the pawn is good, I would say. That is good. That is completely good to do. And whenever the thing is, you don't wait with your time. Think ahead when your opponent's it's their turn. Think
yeah,
ahead.
I know.
What am I gonna do?
I'm trying to see what you're going to do.
So I'm gonna move my knight back. There's one little thing you missed. There's a little thing I wanted to show. That is good too. Don't get me wrong. That is really, really good. You should have played pawn to e6 because of the check and the pin with the knight. I wanted you to see it, but you didn't see it.
No.
And I gave you 2 more minutes. So let's go back.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
I'm trying for you to make. Try to you. Okay, so I take the pawn again. You push the pawn. And you need to see these things. So now I put my knight back. What do? You push the e pawn with check. Good. There you go.
Doesn't this just lose me a pawn?
Nope. You open up the rook file and then you get your queen in. And I can't defend it because my queen is on the other side of the map. There's a lot of... Look, your bishop is looking to me, and you will just simply double up your... There's a huge attack coming up, and I can't defend it. So, it's just horrible. If I take right now, and you will just double up, and then what? How can I defend that? I can't. It's just fucked.
What?
You just take the knight there.
Do I?
You just take the knight. Yes. What about, like, and now?
I see.
Okay. You see?
Yeah.
Fred, you're getting the hang of it. I'm so proud of you.
I'm not. I'm not. I don't think I'm improving.
You're seeing the moves, but you're doubting yourself and you're not thinking ahead. Those are the 2 things. Those are the 2 things you're worrying about right now.
Was
the 2 things you need to practice?
The reason. So the problem that I'm seeing with like pawn takes on with pawn takes knight is that then rook takes rook, queen takes rook, and then the other rook is hanging.
Yes, the rook will be hanging if you move your queen. Correct. And my b pawn is also hanging. It doesn't
work. It's too slow.
My b pawn's hanging as well. My b7 pawn is hanging.
Right.
And then I can't move the knight because my rook is pinned.
Right, but it doesn't really matter if you can deflect the defender of the b3 rook.
Yeah, but
pawn takes knight is too slow.
b7, and then play b7. Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. The computer's not going to see the moves you've made, like the quote-unquote... You see b7, like I said. b7, pinning the knight. The knight can't move because the rook will be hanging because it has no defender in e7.
Right.
So that's why I said it's good. See? Yeah. It's really good. No, don't do that.
Well, I'm just looking at possibilities, right?
See, I told you there's checkmate if you do that. See,
why does queen not take? Ah, I see. Yeah.
See, like it's. Oh no, my rook. That's why I said you're doing great. See, you're seeing the moves.
Oh, because then the pawn takes and promotes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You're seeing the moves, but you're missing the subtle details.
Right.
But you're seeing the correct move. You're doing great. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't feel negative or demotivated. You're doing extremely good, and there's only 2 things you have to practice on. 2 things you have to practice on. Simply just creating a strategic and a technical plan for yourself, knowing what to do, getting more acknowledged with the moveset, and most importantly, simply just spending less time on your moves. Like, and keeping track of your opponent. Monitor what your opponent is doing. I feel like that's what you're struggling a lot on too, because during the game we played, you weren't monitoring properly what I was doing or what my plans were, because you have your plans of attacking my king, but I have my plans to attack your king. So it's like you gotta keep track of those things. But those are the only things I currently see. So the opening is fine. I haven't seen your end game, but the opening is completely fine. As long as you don't fall into any gambits, you can always just decline gambits. If you don't know what you're doing, you can just decline it, either push the pawn or simply just, you don't have to take it. You get where I'm going, sweetheart?
Yeah. No, I understand.
Also, I'm from the Netherlands, not Canadian. From the Netherlands.
Dutch.
Dutch, yes. So, you want to play a game online against another fellow person?
Yeah, screw it.
And yeah, go ahead. And I'm not
Sure.
going to tell you which moves because that would be cheating, but I'm going to tell you the way of thought and what the plan would be, how to create a plan,
Yeah, sure.
what to do if we don't know what to do anymore. And this is also very educational in general for the people watching at home. It's very educational. Let me get your screen up real quick.
I'm just gonna play what I've studied.
Okay, so they're playing the Queen's Gambit. Yep. Exchange variation.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just take this
Interesting.
one.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Okay, preempting.
That is a weird move. I don't
It
know
is,
why
yeah.
that
They're preempting.
I mean, I get the
this.
point. Yeah, but
It's
then
not a-
that's good for you. That trade is fine. The trade is good for you because then I just get another pawn in the center that I can push. So that's just
Right.
I
So
wouldn't
do
play that
I?
ever.
I'm thinking, right? Like, I
Yeah,
don't want
that's
to do that.
that's
just-
good.
Yeah.
You can
just-
do that. That's fine. You have the whole center. White is just
Yeah.
playing really bad.
This isolated
the
pawn
center.
is going to need constant defenders.
Yeah, but that's fine. You're gonna have way more development.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna take. They're not gonna take.
Did you know that Jesus is the way? 8?
Jesus is the way. The way.
Do you know the way?
Oh my god.
Of
That is
Jesus.
so old. That is so old. So, you can just
Yeah.
develop the
fuck-
knight now.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Develop the knight.
Yeah. No
That's
reason
good.
not to. Okay.
Yep.
I have-
Now you could play either two different moves. You could play queen to a5, or you can push the pawn to a6.
No, I'll do this.
And just take
Makes
back my
more
pawn.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But queen
Agree
a5
with
is a
that.
good move too. Like queen a5, it's good too. Trust me, it actually is.
Okay.
My queen.
Oh,
This
my
is
queen.
all really good for black. You look at your mass pawn
Yeah.
structure. This is all good. The computer would probably say minus 0 point something for black.
Right. Yeah. And then I think I need to develop my bishop.
Yes. So there's
and then
either two things
cast.
you can either catalyze it, or you can move it over to like e7 or yeah.
E7 feels
Well,
slow.
There's
Oh no,
also-
because then they take. I wanna see if I can wait. I'm gonna see if I can wait.
oh, they'll take if I do that.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Exactly. I'm gonna wait for them
I don't
to
like
take.
that because you want a castle, so you could have just done e7
Mm.
because you want a castle, but it's fine. It's fine.
Well, if E7 then takes and I wasted a tempo.
Yeah, they still take it. It's fine.
Okay.
Or take it, you just take. It's fine. I don't think they're gonna take. Still, I don't think they're gonna take. Because you're doing great. See how good you're doing? Like you've learned so much.
It's because
Like,
I've studied this opening. I've studied this.
Yeah,
That's the only
yeah,
reason
yeah.
that I'm playing decent is because I've studied this opening.
That's what they all
I
say.
know this.
Meow.
Okay.
Now,
I think
now
I just
you
take,
immediately
right?
the pawn is hanging. So yes, you take.
Yeah.
You take. And then the pawn on b2 is hanging after I move that bishop.
Oh.
Let me quickly think if you should take.
Uh,
If they're in there.
I think I
would just
do.
take. Fuck it, dude. Let's
Yeah.
take it.
We take
Yeah,
free
it's-
pawns
they,
in
they
this
blundered,
house.
they blundered the pawn. They
Yeah.
blundered the pawn. So why wouldn't you take?
Sure.
If they move the rook over,
DC.
then
Oh, that's why.
no, you're fine. You're fine. You can
Uh,
just. I
let's see.
would personally.
What do I do? What, here? I like this.
Yeah, that is.
Don't
I don't
wanna
want
put
to
it on
say
the
everything.
same
I'm
file.
trying not to like
Yeah, I
because
know.
that
I know.
I'm trying to like stabilize as in like not that I'm telling you exactly what to do, but I'm like luring in the back. Like for example, you're
Yeah.
playing and your dad is behind you and saying like, "Oh yeah, you're doing
No,
great,
actually,
son."
hold on. I'm thinking. Don't wanna put the queen on the open file necessarily just yet.
I can tell you there is a better move though, but it's hard to see, so don't worry about it too much. It's hard to see. That's the thing. It's morally thinking more moves ahead of what you're planning to do, because you took that. You have an
Well, the
amazing
problem
move right
is-
now on B2.
The problem is when I take more, like, it takes more time to do that. Start thinking
Yeah,
ahead.
absolutely. So you
And
gotta
that's
think
not
like what is
necessarily
White's
time that
plan
I
to do.
can- Yeah.
I'm trying not to infiltrate too much with
Yeah,
the
no, I
position.
understand.
Just let me know exactly like if you properly want me to give an analysis on the or if you want actual like help.
Yeah.
Just tell me when you're struggling or when you feel like just keep thinking about the checks, captures, and attacks.
Yep. And then
Now
I think
you
I
stick with
just
yeah,
the queen.
yeah,
Yeah.
you still want to have your castling rights.
I still have the only problem I'm thinking is, okay, now I just get this out. I need to be careful about which square. This one looks fine.
Yes, good square
Fine.
management. The squares are protected. The queen is protecting the square on
right,
the
this
square
square.
on
Exactly.
Yep, exactly.
I
So
was
it
looking
cannot
at that
attack.
square. And then if he
That's good.
moves the rook, if he plays rook to b1, I just
If it moves
trade.
wrong, you just trade.
Just trade.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Huh.
I'm not gonna tell you immediately what to do. Just what would be your initial thought? Your queen is getting attacked.
My initial thought is rook
Again.
takes, pawn takes, queen takes, and then I'm down a point of material, but I'm threatening the... Oh, but that opens up the rooks a lot.
Yeah, I like your idea, but don't do that. That is
yeah,
not
no,
good. You
it's
don't
bad.
wanna you open up that rook, and that it's not worth it. Absolutely not. Let's see if you can find it. There's a few moves you can do here. It's
Yeah.
a bit tricky, but what I would do is just simply, because remember, you look at what a lot of people do is I look at the piece that just moved, but look what it just opened. What did that move open? The bishop moving opened up their queen,
Yeah.
attacking your d pawn
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. So I need
So
to watch,
it
I need
opens
to
up
watch
something
it.
new.
If I move here, it blocks in my bishop. But it attacks the knight. I'm gonna say
The knight is protected by the queen.
Yeah, I know. It's not an actual threat yet. However, I need to protect the pawn, but I also want to protect this square.
Yes. Because that will move that will move their knight onto that square if you don't protect it. That's for sure.
Right.
The problem is think ahead. What will White's move be if you
I
put your
know.
queen against your bishop? Then that will just simply move the rook.
Move the rook, yeah.
And then
I know.
what?
I
Big
was seeing
trouble.
that. That's why I'd gotten
So,
rid of
yes,
that. That's
good
why
job.
I'd gotten rid of that
Absolutely
square.
perfect. You're doing great.
It's not a candidate.
Let's see.
Yeah, and then this, like, here creates a fork. Don't want to give up this square. There's not a square that works that I'm seeing. I might just have to give up that square and then move.
Well, let me.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, I'll tell you. No, it's okay. It's a little difficult to spot, but in general, in like specifically this position, you just want to take the bishop. It's
Yeah.
already pretty like you just want to take the bishop. It's whatever
It's not
move
worth
you
it.
do with that queen, it's gonna lead up to forking the queen, and the knight's gonna fork. So the knight's gonna fork if you didn't take with your. In general, this is all just really bad. But now, you know, you don't take back first. You first.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
You blunder the knight. Why did you do that? You blunder the knight with b1. Oh no, I'm stupid. You know, oh fuck, I'm stupid. No, you do. Never mind. I'm seeing things. The voices are talking to me. The voices. No, it's great. Perfect. You're doing great.
Let's see. And then the queen obviously.
The voices are talking to me. Oh, not again.
The worms.
They're back.
The worms.
The worms. The worms.
Let's see. This protects any advancement from the knight. Frank.
Yeah, good job.
And it also
Make sure you
it protects this, it protects this, it protects this, it protects this from the rook. Like that queen.
A lot of people forget square management. A lot of people forget that where can the knight move to? Make sure your queen will not be pinned to your king.
There's one scary thing here. This.
That is a scary move, but you'll be fine after that. You'll be fine. Because the pawn is still protected by your bishop.
Yeah. It's not actually a threat.
It's not a threat, but that will do that probably. If I see it, that will do that. That is a weird move. That is a really weird move. I don't like that personally.
Okay.
I think that move is
hypothetically.
Bad. So let's see why that move is bad.
Hypothetically, right? And then no, because the queen's protect. Or actually, the bishop is protecting that.
Yes, the bishop is protecting that, so you're fine to do that if you want to.
Do I just castle?
Just think about what
no,
things
because
you can do right now.
So this is attacked twice. Now. Castling would protect the bishop. Would also prevent any back rank threats. Knight doesn't really have a good square after this. Like this is a knight without a future really. I think castling.
Squares, knowing if they're taken or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna castle.
Good job. Now, the best move would probably be to take for white, take the bishop, because the knight is actually stuck very soon.
Right.
The knight is very scrambled. The knight's gonna be very stuck if I don't take it. They don't take it. Ooh. Now you just follow the initial plan, which is you came up with it, and it's a good plan. Yes, it's a good plan. You're threatening the checkmate, so it's a technical plan.
Forcing.
It's an immediate thing. It's forcing. White has to respond right now.
Yep.
And the way white can respond, if they play h3, you just win the game.
Well, yeah, if they play g3. G3 is probably what they're going to play.
That is bad because it weakens the structure a lot. What I would play for white is f4.
Then what do I like? The question is how I continue.
Now you're going to threaten and now you're
going to now I go queen to h6. And that still threatens checkmate.
No, because you got to think ahead. Now they're going to play h4 and their king is completely safe. You got to think ahead. What is the plan? What is the plan right here? We want to try and move the bishop to the open file. So let's just put it to e6. Let's get that bishop on e6 and try to eventually trade off that pawn and then get that open file for bishop because the king is very weak now and the knight keeps staring at the pawns.
All right, I need to be careful with my time.
I'm trying not to help you too much, but I'm trying to make sure to take it out of you, like to maximize the efficiency. Oh my god, rich words today.
Yeah, I need to be careful. This kind of position doesn't have an immediate attack. It's going to be a few turns before I can actually do that. But my king's safe, right? Like, there's not really a threat on my king. This is scary, but this rook is still struggling to come into the attack.
Yeah, the rook's struggling to attack. So that is a really bad move. Just move your knight back. Okay, so the thing is with that move, now all you have to do, because you see it's a discovered attack with the bishop looking at h3.
Yeah.
So when you move your knight back, it's a discovered attack on the pawn, and you get to be able to move that bishop onto that h.
Back here, yeah. This protects the pawn still.
Yes. Perfect. And now you're threatening to take, and even if that push. That is to push. Go for an attack. So go for an attack. But if I didn't do that, but we don't have enough time, I'll tell you later in the analysis. Now go for the attack. Okay. Go for the attack. Go.
Shit.
Time is running out.
Oh dear. I know. I'm thinking.
H5. Attack. Fight.
Is it?
You want to get rid. The pawn is pinned. The pawn is pinned on g3 with your queen.
Yeah.
H5. You start pushing. You start fighting. Go.
Yeah. Right.
the pawn is pinned, remember? The pin with the king, I've made that happen. Now they're gonna waste the whole move on that king, and now you can just sneak in with your bishop, your knight, and your queen and go for the kill. It's their own fault for doing that. It's their own fault. So now you just simply just ignore it. Simply just ignore it. Just ignore it. Perfect. Go for the attack. Fight. Kill. If they make one mistake, their game is over. Like they're in very big trouble. And the thing is,
interesting. So I just take here, right?
No. You don't take. You don't take because that is bad. That is bad. What you do now? Let's see if you can see the move. There's very little time, but the pawn is still pinned. So you threaten that pawn.
Yeah. So I can if I add another attacker.
No, not like that. You add another attacker through the center of the board. You put him to e4. You add another attacker. You add another layer to your attack. As you can see, and the pawn can move. And now, after, for example, a random as move, you start bringing over all your pieces together. If they don't, they have to protect the pawn. Simple as that. If they move, for example, rook to c1, you simply just take, and if they take back, then you could. It's just so fucked because it's really fucked because I still have to protect the knight on b6. It still needs to be protected by that rook. So that rook is going to be stuck where they are, and it's going to be really rough right now for white. White's falling apart. Okay, that is.
Dear.
Very. Do you just take with the pawn? The defender is gone. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. With check. And checkmate. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can see it.
Well, I mean, it's.
You better see this.
Wait, what the? What the fuck? Do I just
come
take?
On? Yes. Yeah. Yes, you do. Greek gift. It's checkmate. Yeah. Almost.
I just need to, play.
If I take
play
back,
moves.
you play.
Knight.
You checks,
right?
Captures, and attacks. No, you bring your queen over.
Oh no, here we go. Queen
slide
to
your queen
h6.
over to the attack. If you don't know, exactly. You slide your queen over to attack. King has to move back, and then you play. What do you play now? Yes. And now they go back, and then you take the queen.
Oh god, I have 3 seconds. But now this is checkmate immediately after. Almost. I can just chase it. I'm fine. I've got this. Come on.
After that, move the rook. They can only move the rook to h2. Take the rook.
Come on. I got this. I got this.
There you go. Good job, Fred. We did it. Let's go. You did this yourself, by the way.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did this. 1 second left from the clock, and he did it. Oh my god.
Well, I knew that it was mate in just a couple of seconds. I just needed to make sure. Or just a couple moves.
1.05 seconds. Just a second on the clock. That person tried to play on time.
He did, yeah. He made a move that was confusing. He made a move that was confusing and was like, oh, what am I going to do?
Moving that king over there was just very bad because you get the Greek sacrifice.
Right.
And the thing is, you might be, white might be up material, but the pieces on the board are on the queen's side. And all your pieces are ready for the attack on the king's side. Right. So this resolves into absolute domination.
I think I'm not trusting my assessment of the situation. I feel like I need to be attacking earlier than I should. I feel like I think oftentimes I feel like I need to convert faster as opposed to just playing good principled moves.
Playing like gambits and such gets you in uncomfortable situations where you can learn new things. Like what we just did in this game is we had quick development, without doubt. We keep our tension in the center. Quick development. We got our king to safety. We didn't just take stuff. We didn't get our opponent develop faster. And a general rule, which you probably already know, is to just when you're down material, you want to avoid trades. When you're up material, you want to trade.
Simple of course.
But I think
I hesitated. So like that exchange sacrifice felt right because it relieved a lot of the tension that I was under. But I was worried because I'm like, but I'm going to go down on material.
Can we click on the analysis board?
Analysis, yeah.
Yeah, let's see what the computer thinks, because there was probably some blunders that we did, maybe. I don't know. But I feel like everything we've done was really good.
Oh, that's funny. Rook takes on b2 was actually a blunder.
I feel like it was fine. See, we're not computers. We're not
Yeah.
computers.
I wonder why. Probably
That looks
like
fine.
because that was the correct move. Yeah, that put me in a really uncomfortable position. And then white was way better at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And that stayed until queen to c2, and they just weren't quite playing optimally. So I was behind most of this game after that rook capture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It just I see this and I'm like, this is a poison pawn. I get scared. I'm like, there's a lot of weird tactics that can happen here. I'm kind of giving up a tempo for a pawn. I'm opening up a file for their rook. I think I
No,
see
we can just
why
trade
it
that off.
opens
We
up.
can trade that off. But yeah, I get it. We should protect the if you protect it and then you can take it. So it's protect and to take. So there's one thing we both missed. But we've already used a lot of time. So
Yeah.
we don't want to waste too much time. That's one thing. You need to try and make subtle movements. But yeah, now we know protect the pawn over there, and then take the pawn because the pawn take was
Right.
fine, but it's just because we didn't protect the pawn.
It was I wasn't preparing for the attack.
Yeah,
I think
if the pawn was protected, that move would have been perfect. But everything else was crème de la crème.
I managed to hold the position with your help, obviously. I managed to hold the position long enough.
That's
right?
the thing. How to extend the advantage for white. The thing is, we're still during the whole game we're equally material. The whole game, by the way, we're equally material. But the computer might say, "Oh, this was bad because of this." But if white doesn't know how to attack and continue that advantage, it doesn't matter. It's equal material. If white doesn't know how to place that advantage, the computer will slowly go back from -3 to -2 and then 0. It will slowly return to normal because white is not taking the advantages of attacking. And we took the initiative and advantage to start attacking with h5, h4. We went in for the attack.
Yeah. Also, yeah, when you move the bishop, you take. It just wastes the tempo for the other
fine.
person.
See, it's still 0-0. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah. This is one of the principles, by the way, in the French defense. With the French defense, when you have the pawn on c5, and you have that tension between these two pawns, you want to delay. One of the principles of it is that you want to delay moving the bishop for as long as possible, because you end up look,
it does tell you to either push or it tells you to do
push
the bishop,
or move the bishop.
Yeah,
Moving the bishop. It's not a bad move. It's not a bad move, or it's not a bad move because you kind of got to move your bishop eventually anyway, but it does mean that you lose a tempo. But it's even. It's still even, relatively.
I just don't like these kind of positions because I play different openings. I never play any of this stuff.
Yeah.
This is not my study. This is what I would do, and I'm just analyzing it on a 2100s eye. I'm not looking at it from games. What is it called? I'm not looking at it from study. I'm looking at it from what would I do right now in this position.
Yeah.
Because if I take, I don't really care. It's still equal position, and I got my bishop to the center, and then I still get what I want, and then I just castle.
So I think what I'm gonna practice from now on is just looking at the threats, the immediate threats, analyzing the position as it is, rather than trying to the first thing I should be doing is looking at the position as it is, not what could come in the future. Just what's being threatened, what squares are being threatened, where are the pressure points. And then immediately going to what my opponent wants to do, and then moving based on that, primarily, rather than obviously I want to be thinking about my ideas eventually, but more importantly, I need to stop my opponent from doing what they want to do.
Yeah, yes, exactly. It's
That's what I'm going to try to concentrate on doing.
Good.
That's what I'm going to concentrate on doing when I play on my own.
You got this. I fucking believe in you. You really got this. You're incredibly talented and handsome and cute.
Sure. I feel like I have definitely this was nervous. This made me nervous because I'm openly showing my lack of ability. my lack of
am proud of
ability
you.
and
I'm proud of you. You did
doing
great.
something. Don't pet me. The hell?
Arr.
I'm being I'm being pet by chat.
Yippee! But yeah, it's one more time. You're doing great, and just keep going. Just focus on these two little things: strategy, tactics, knowing what to do, text captures and attacks, and analyzing and monitoring your opponent. And I feel like that's all you really got to work on. The rest is simply just study and mainline or specific openings. This goes for everything. Like every opening you do, these are the same base package. We'll call it the base package. You know.
Yeah.
Just for any opening.
Mm.
And try to like evaluate the time that you've used. Like the usage of your time is very important too, and not doubting yourself too much. Like what am I gonna do? What can my opponent do? Okay, good. This move, play. No
Right.
think.
Right. I'll I think especially with time pressure, with low time, I need to start from the beginning looking at 1-turn ideas and then 2-turn ideas and then and rather than trying to see 3 moves deep immediately, because then I end up wasting my time. I don't have the time to look 3 moves deep. It gets too complicated at that point. I just need to look at the position as it is, accept it for what it is, and then build off of that.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you want
that's
to,
my problem. That
one way to learn
it
it for you is to play a lot of blitz and bullet. You might be like, Slushy, but what is that gonna help me with? Well, 3-minute games and 1-minute games put you in time pressure, so you make moves quicker and learn it faster. For example, playing 10 bullet games and playing 1 classic game, that's you play 10 games and learn 10 different things. Even though there's a lot of time pressure. That's why I've played over like 3,000 bullet games.
Yeah.
I love bullet. Because your opponents will make a lot of mistakes, and you can analyze on those mistakes. And after the game, you can be like, "Oh, I did this wrong. I did that wrong. I could have done that better." Because it's a 1-minute game, it's way quicker. No more time to think.
Yeah. I'm going to practice.
Maybe playing some blitz games would be very helpful.
Okay.
Trying
I'll
out
do
some
that.
blitz games so we get to in more positionings and
Okay. I will do that.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm gonna play. I'm going to I don't feel like I've done anything that's worthy of being proud of.
Yes,
yet.
you have.
I haven't accomplished anything yet.
No. Yes, you. Oh my God. I'm gonna bite you.
I haven't done anything yet.
You're acknowledging your mistakes and you're practicing. You're getting better. You've done many great things today, and I feel like you're genuinely incredible.
I feel like I mostly just showed my lack of ability.
No, you've not. No, you've not. And I bet Chet has learned a lot too, for the people who ever played chess. Or just wants to beat their friend who's horrible.
I'm trying. I like this. 49 average centipon lost this game.
Oh my God.
The swings. I will say, I am quite, like, looking at this, right? 1 blunder.
This is completely normal. Like, it's completely normal.
Yeah, I'm just looking, right? One blunder, but then
no, but 84% accuracy. 84 is a great
time.
number for 1300. Go down. It says 84% accuracy.
Yeah.
Like in the
84%. Yep.
No, 92. See,
that's
92.
his. Mine was 92.
92. See? You've played a great game.
I'm not good at taking praise.
You've played a great game, and I'm gonna be completely honest. I have not told you to do anything this game. This is okay. I've told you to do like 3 moves, and I've given you some advice on because you didn't know what to do at certain points. But that is not telling you what to do. You've made 1 blunder, and you've 92% accuracy. My accuracy is usually like between 80 and 90, usually. Like, but mostly for me, it's like small mistakes, like small tactical mistakes or positioning mistakes, which could lead up to something bad.
Right.
But those are like very small things. Like these are like these are very, very small things, like positional.
I feel like I haven't outwardly accomplished anything though, so I'm like,
Yes, you did. You played this whole game alone.
I didn't
Literally.
play it alone.
You played. I just encourage you. I have encouraged you, and told you like, to look further. I've never told you which is the best move. I have not said that. I have told you to look ahead. To also, what was that move from the enemy? Dude?
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
had 4 minutes to think, and I have done that.
I think it's just because he was trying to like make a move to get me to blunder,
Oh
right?
yeah, and knight to d2 is also checkmate, by the way. After that, knight to d2 was also checkmate.
Right.
Yeah, it was also checkmate.
Eventually.
Oh no. Yeah, it
um,
is. Yeah, it is. Lol. Oh my god.
It eventually is not quite yet.
Yeah, it
but
is.
It's so wait, if here then
Yeah, like I said,
oh,
you just
that's
take the
funny.
rook. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Right.
That's the line I actually intentionally I calculated the line where he goes to g2, then takes. King has to move forward because there's no other square
Right.
left. Into check and then takes other rook and then checkmate.
Yeah,
No, you
man.
take the other rook. You take the other rook. You take the other rook. You could have taken the rook, or
That's
you could have
checkmate.
done that. But I
Yeah, that all works.
you
That's kind
took
of
the
what I
rook.
was seeing, right? Like I just
Yeah,
need to get
that's
the
what
queen
this was what I
closer.
saw. Like after that, like taking the rook over there.
Right. It's not as
'Cause
forcing, I don't think.
it is
Um,
not, but I don't like this is my IC, you know.
right.
Because after that, then
Well,
that, and they just push
yeah.
mate. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what that is what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's not like it's checkmate regardless. So who cares?
Mm.
I can't see everything, you know. I'm not,
I'm
I'm not a professional.
right. I'm happy that this held for long enough. Right. That feels good. I gotta say, the few moves I'm
Mhm.
happy about were the castling right there.
Yeah,
I was pretty happy
that was
about
all
that.
you. Was all you. The plan on the g7, threatening the g2 pawn was also you. To the forcing white. It's a technical plan.
Mm-hmm.
Technical plan making it forcing. Immediate change of transformation into position. That benefits you. And white just made a lot of mistakes over there, I feel like.
Yeah, they
personally.
panicked.
I feel like, yeah,
think-
white was like, oh my god, what's happening? My pawn is pinned to my king.
Right. Well, I think that white that Jesus is the way was pretty confident about their queenside attack, but then they neglected their king defense, and when the
Yep.
attack actually came, there was nothing there to
Mhm.
defend it. Like
Exactly.
you have like the knight's all the way here, but like what's this knight
It's not
doing? This
doing
knight
anything.
like this knight is in fucking no man's land.
It's
And
in
like what's it
Narnia.
going to do? Like what is it doing? The queen's here, the rook's here, but they're both blocked off by this pawn.
And they're far away from they're also just far away from the action. Like they
Mhm.
can't do anything. And that was just a blunder. Like honestly, that pawn push was just
Yeah, that pawn push was like, all
I was
right, well,
confused.
I guess the
I was
attack happens
confused
now.
about that pawn push.
Yeah.
That was
I was
pretty easy to
scared.
spot. I was happy. I was very proud of you that
Mhm.
that you've seen the Greek sacrifice. I mean, it's not theoretically a Greek sacrifice, but you get the point. You
Yeah,
sacrifice
it's
your bishop to get into a winning attack.
it's a Greek gifty feeling thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Very clean.
it's
very
just looking
clean.
at the attackers, right? Like this pawn is so advanced, and like
your
the
queen can
bishop and
slide
the
over
queen and the
after check.
knight, right?
Slides
Like
over.
everything.
And then,
Yeah, it frees up the queen. The knight and this pawn are both in the attack now. There is no feasible future in which this pawn is under serious threat, because the knight and the queen are going to be dancing around it for days, right? And then
Yep.
this is like the fact that
and
I have a
threatening,
pawn
pin the queen,
controlling 2 squares up here makes it nigh impossible
and then
to do
free
anything.
queen, and just
Yeah.
checkmate.
Yeah.
But see, you've done it yourself, so stop not. I feel like you sometimes don't praise yourself enough for the things you've achieved in life, and it's very important as human beings to treat yourselves well, and especially if you've reached a milestone, or you become better, or you've improved in something, or you've maybe gotten top 3 in let's in Mario Kart in a tournament, you know, to treat yourself well. Like you've done great, you know, you've made an improvement. Maybe have some chocolate to it, treat yourself. It's important to praise yourself sometimes, not all the time, but when you've done good things,
Mhm.
definitely look forward and treat yourself well. Treat those
I think
milestones.
it's just kind of, I don't know if there's something wrong with me, but
No,
I don't
absolutely
get
not.
excited when I like achieve something. Right? I released the Eve video and there was just nothing. No endorphins.
Mm,
There's just nothing. Empty. It was empty.
Oh, that sounds so sad. It is empty.
No, it was. I mean, there was just nothing there.
Mhm.
I mean, this is, I work hard on things and I don't feel good about any of them.
Well, you should maybe, because you're doing a great job, and seriously, you should be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you, if that means anything.
Thank you.
Try to celebrate these moments when you achieve certain things. Or get better at something.
I'll
Seriously.
try.
It doesn't have to be
I'll
big.
try.
It doesn't have to be a crazy party. Just something small. Something small. It doesn't have to be big. The small things in life matter too.
Hmm. I feel like this is a good spot to call it. How do you feel?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it's a good spot, yeah. You've done so great.
I
Especially with the 1
Just-
second left.
I
The
don't know.
1 second
I
left
figured
with...
out. I figured. I figured that all I needed was that 1 second. Obviously, if he had played right, then I would have needed more time. But I was like, okay, I need to make sure
It
that
was
I'm
quite
not
obvious.
wondering this. Yeah. This is the thing about chess. Chess is an extremely addictive game. I think that people
Oh,
like
yeah.
to
Yeah.
people like to romanticize chess. They say like, "Oh, it is the thinker's game," right? Like it's because it has so many twisting, winding turns. No, it's because chess is just fucking addictive. Like chess is just an addictive game. People who never make their way out of like 1000 or 900 elo are just as addicted to it as people that like get to 2000, right? Like it is an addictive game, and oh my god, like the itch is starting to come back. I feel like I've been a year off of nicotine and I just had another cigarette.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh man, like now see we're done, and I'm already like, you know,
I wanna play
maybe I
more.
play a
Maybe I
couple
should-
more games after stream.
If you want to, Austria,
Feels
I could
good.
just teach you my repertoire. It's super easy. It's a lot of fun. I could show you real quick.
do
off
do it.
stream.
I'll break out my nice wooden board in pieces. I got some. I got It's the same board that's used in like European tournaments, just because I really like the
Oh, I
minimalist
love those
design.
boards.
Yeah,
Like,
where
yes,
the
wooden
really sort
pieces.
of blocky,
Oh,
stylized
yes.
knights.
Yes, the blocky wooden pieces. Oh
Yeah.
my god, yes.
The
And
like
they're
the
hand cut, I'm pretty sure. They're awesome.
Yeah, they are. They're Staunton. Staunton tends to do that. They hand cut their pieces.
Very I love, yes. I've got a wooden set as well. We gotta set that up together.
That'd be fun. One thing that I want to do, Morbius, sniff the new chatter. 99% of chess players quit just before they win. Keep playing. Oh my god.
Not wrong.
Oh my god. It's accurate though. It's so
It is.
addictive. I love chess.
You just
I
wanna
may
keep
not be
going,
very
because
good at
there's
it.
no ending. There's no
No.
ending. There's 1,000 openings, a million different positions, a million different.
Yeah.
People think that chess is just one game. It's a million games inside of one.
Right.
It's a
Oh,
million
yeah.
games inside of one game.
The reason
Seriously.
that people abandon when you don't play the king's pawn opening is because you're playing a different game.
Literally.
Like a lot of people spend their entire chess life just playing the Joko piano. And
That's so
that
it's
is
boring.
that is the game that they know, and it's the game they're comfortable with. And the moment you play something else, the moment the pawn structure changes, everything changes. Everything.
That's why, for example, on the B2 pawn, I just took it. I don't know the French. I always play the exchange variation because I want to keep it
Yeah.
simple. I play exchange. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
I hesitated partially because in the French you kind of want to be careful about taking that pawn. Like that's a poison pawn for
I
sure.
just take.
Um,
But on white, I mean, when I'm white, I haven't played. I never play the French. I play what I know with black. I don't know the French.
Sorry, sorry. We're getting into chess nomenclature. I'm studied, but I'm not practiced. That's my problem with chess, and I think now I just need to play. I'll grind out some bullet games, and I'll come back to you.
I recommend Blitz. 3 minute. I feel like 3 minute would be perfect
Yeah,
for you.
3 minute.
3 minute games.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. That'd
Okay.
be perfect for you.
Okay, I'll play them. Well, thank you very much for taking time out to teach me. Could we get a shout out for Slushy?
No.
Because we appreciate Slushy in this house. Slushy is very good and very sweet and has given quite a bit of time this evening to teaching me, and I appreciate it a lot. It means a lot.
No need to thank me. I'm
Mhm.
very proud of you, and I hope you can be proud of yourself as well. That's what
I'll
I hope
try.
for. That you're
I
gonna be a
will
little
try.
bit.
You're so supportive.
You're making me blush. You're beautiful.
this- Well, hey everyone, thank you. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I know that this was a little bit of a selfish stream for me. I just wanted to learn chess because this is my addiction.
Chat learned a lot of things too. Like I've said things that are for everyone. Starting out, new players, even below 900. These tips help you light years.
It's a good place to start.
And but thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
No, of course.
It's been
Thank you.
absolutely incredible.
I'd love to have you again. I want to practice, and I would love to have you on and play against you. And then
I will just demolish
chat.
you. You will cry.
That's fine.
I will play
That's
the
fine.
bong cloud.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm
Like,
just triggering
that's
you.
fine.
I'm just triggering you.
I'll improve. Every time I'll improve.
Up to a
I'll
point
get
where
there.
where I can't play the bong cloud anymore without being punished.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get there. I will get there. You'll see.
I believe you.
I'm stubborn enough.
Oh yes, you are.
We appreciate you. Everyone, can we give some pets for Slushy? The slushes.
Pets. I love happy.
Good. Hey, not me. There you go. Yes. Good. Yeah. Flood the chat. Yeah, look at all those pets. Look at that.
Get all the pets. No, give Fred the pets, please. No. I'm gonna hide.
Well, well, remember everyone, Tigran Petrosian is always play fair. Always remember. Ooh, okay. Okay, where do we go? What do we do? Ooh, Leroy is playing The Binding of Isaac.
Leroy.
If you decide to go
they
elsewhere,
learned me a
other
word.
than
They learned
Leroy-
me French. They learned me Zizi.
Ooh,
You know what Zizi means?
Zizi,
They learned me what
I
Zizi
am
means with whiskey.
I am acutely aware of what ZZ means.
I didn't know what it means, and then they told me to say it to they told me to say it to Andre. and
Of course
Andre
you
just
did.
started laughing.
And if I may imitate Andre, I'm willing to bet that he said, "What?"
yes. How did you know? How did you know? He was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, Zizi. I like Zizi." And then he was like, "Huh?" I didn't know what it meant.
Leroy, do not teach Slushy how to say ZZ.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. That sounds so much like Andre. How'd you do that? How did you
I
do
hang out
that?
with them all the time. I know them.
Wait, do you have their voice changer?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my god. That sounded like.
Guys, don't listen to him.
Whoa.
He's a furry.
Damn. Damn. I thought Ender just joined the call. Oh my god.
I hear someone long enough, and I also can imitate them.
I want
That
you
is
to imitate
one
me.
thing. That is one thing I do if I can mimic someone's cadence, right? Like even if my voice isn't exactly the same, I can mimic their cadence. It's why I can pretend that I'm a caster on Fox News. The left isn't going to tell you about that.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, the raid happened. I think.
the raid.
Wait,
Oh, it
did
already
the raid
happened.
already happen? Yep.
That was so quick.
Yeah,
no,
I did.
not ZZ. No, they're saying ZZ. No.
Good. I'm gonna end the
They're
stream.
saying ZZ.
I lost. I forgot. I forgot that we we were raiding. No.